Hello. Oh, I guess I should
Unmute yourself.
unmute and undeafen myself in the Discord. That would definitely help be heard by everyone else except for just the people watching live. And drag this guy over here. Come in here.
We got Schmuck 1, 2, and 3 in here. And at least 2 of them are muted.
Yeah, we just waiting for the host, but that's all Gucci. We can get this underway without him necessarily being here at this time. Anyway, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Well, I hear Josh.
We hear Josh. We got a Joshy. Came to join us from, I believe, COD Zombies.
I actually didn't think about that the other day, just booting up old Black Ops on my PS3 and just going to town.
You're booting up zombies right now too?
No, I'm just meaning in general, like...
Oh no, I'm talking about him, because he said something about zombies.
No, I can't, because I have the camera on, so I'll be facing the camera the whole time, because Bree comes down here and Mason too, so... We are utilizing the camera feed to Latch's request. Yeah. What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday!
Damn, I should have looked at that at Walmart.
Look at what? What? Who?
See if they have one of the cameras there.
Oh, shit. Target has them. The Caillou.
Is there a way I can disable the camera feed on mine in the Discord, because it's killing my freaking latency?
Oh, you bet, right?
I don't think so. I think I would have to kill it.
Everybody.
Not sure, but while we get that figured out, happy Saturday, everybody. Happy Saturday.
Hello.
Lucas, you're here. Happy Saturday, buddy.
Lucas is here.
So if you're in the chat itself,
Yeah, I'm having
like
audio issues.
where we're at, Kyle, just right click his name, and then there's one for disable video, and you won't see the video. I think that only works for you.
Yes.
Alright, anyway, while Kyle figures himself out, what's going on? It is Saturday. Welcome to another episode of the Into the Crypt podcast. We are fully staffed today. No guest host this week.
Oh, Corey ain't joining?
No, Corey's not here to speak. He's playing a show, so no Corey to help us with this episode, but Lucas did give us a topic which we'll get into. But as always, in tradition, we grave dive. How was everybody's week?
I bought Like a Dragon Inshin, and it's been a very fun game.
Lucas?
I've been pretty good this week. Hello.
Hello. Man, we got energy. Man, we
got bodies.
we're really pepped up here. We should maybe do cocaine before the next episode or something.
Wait, you have cocaine?
Ooh, no, we do not. No, we do not. No.
I got excited.
That's a TOS right there.
Piece of shit.
I'm just trying to figure out my latency issues because I'm still having problems.
But,
Even with the video disabled.
Yeah, because I'm going from like 46 milliseconds to like 2,800 milliseconds.
Alright,
If
anyway,
you got anything downloading in the background, you might have to check that out.
I don't have anything downloading or
keep
anything in the
things
background, so I
rolling.
can't figure out what's causing it.
Mason, did you have a good week?
Yeah, I had a good week. Personally, just a bit rough, like last person leave my account the last few days. But I've been trying out some new booze that's been sitting at Sheets. It's pretty good. Get their beat boxes. I call them adult juice boxes. They're pretty good.
Okay.
Oh, that reminds me. Fruit punch. People like it. Fruit punch.
Mason always has new alcohol to bring up every week. That's...
Damn straight. I have a problem. I'm not ready to face it yet.
Thurman, how was your week, buddy? You on?
Well, had Friday off.
I was gonna say you on Saturday number 2.
Facts. It was. I guess it was decent. It wasn't a terrible week this time. Now that we're out of quarter end for now.
I mean, I'm not gonna talk about work. Fuck work. That's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm gonna say I had a fantastic week. Tim Lambesis from As I Lay Dying released a new album with his new project Born Through Fire, which is absolutely phenomenal and worth a listen if you're into metal music.
He's pretty good. I like the drums.
I mean, it's big for us coming up this Friday. We go to hang out with the almighty Black Dahlia murder.
Hang out, yeah, we're just gonna be there vibing.
So we got a big show coming up.
Real question here: vested or no vested?
I'm going vested.
I'm going vested.
It's a death metal show. I'm going vested.
I'm going vested.
Yeah, we're vested. So yeah, we got Black Dahlia.
Show your shit on, Lucas.
We got Black Dahlia coming up. Hell, we have a lot of new music coming up. We have Metallica 72 Seasons coming out. We'll talk about our new friends here in a minute.
I'm holding out for
because
small ones and fucking scum to come through with their Blame Us tour. I'm really hoping they go to Reverb.
So, yeah, Kyle, your week? Breeze in there.
He's resetting his internet.
Using the eternal hell pit.
Oh damn, he's in development hell. Bless your soul.
Bree, how was your week? Was it a good week?
Yeah, I'm going.
Are you done being a raccoon?
Done shoving in your face?
No.
Well, you're a raccoon on camera tonight.
Damn, that just sucks, right? I'm going.
Damn, we all have men.
I'm getting my practice in. Just wait.
There's a challenge you guys aren't aware of.
I had a great week. As far as work goes, it was a little chaotic. Outside of work, best part was probably today. We took Luna for an Easter egg hunt that turned out to be a real bust because other parents there were total assholes.
Yeah, the parents did the Easter egg hunting, not the fucking kids.
Oh, that's some bullshit. Let
Yeah.
the kids just crawl around and have fun, you know. Just let the kids be kids.
Well, the problem was none of the kids were ready, and it was like nap time for all of them, so none of them wanted to actually do it. So they allowed.
Where's that cocaine at? Just give some to the little
There's
brat.
no cocaine here.
Yes, I know. I'm making a joke.
There's no cocaine here.
Still can't say it. But yeah, so that turned out to be a bust, and
Though Luna did get a
Luna
fucking.
ended up.
She did get a sick new ride, a joyride around town.
That was Luna's Christmas ride.
Yeah, my dad and stepmom bought her that for Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys just finally broke it out? Nice.
Well, it was finally nice enough, and she was older, so she got to actually enjoy it more.
Makes sense, yeah.
And she did completely.
With Bluetooth and Hold Fast playing.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
smiles the entire time. Smiles, giggling, stomping her feet to Hold Fast, which is in 2 weeks from today.
Yes.
Which is going to be absolutely
getting
epic.
there.
Ha! I beat you.
Well, there's a whole list of getting through into the topic that we go through. So, we made new friends. Unintentionally, Kevin played the game Fuck Around and Find Out.
He always plays that, kids. He just rolls the dice and see what happens.
Yep. Well,
last time he got pegged. It was kind of funny.
We this time we rolled the dice, and what happened was we made friends with a local metal band named Humanity Decayed.
I'm not gonna lie, those guys are pretty good. The first song, you find them up on Spotify, it just kind of like low-key reminds me of Doom 2016.
Dude, they are heavy. They are good. And I don't know if it's absolutely free, but they want us to come join them May 5th. Have a banner that I had up at the beginning of the stream to come join them at Love Draft, and they have tickets and ask if we want tickets. So it may be free.
Okay, I'm back. What I miss?
It may be free. It may be
bullying Kevin.
It may be a discounted rate, but I'm already going. Mason's going.
Hell yeah.
Bree will not be there.
Aww.
No, it's gonna be a boys' night.
So Bree will not be there. But I need to know, Lucas, if you want to go, Josh, if you want to go, let me know. I need to get I need to get back with Kevin, who's the lead guitarist and the main person of Humanity Decayed, with how many people we're going, and figure out how to either get the tickets or what the tickets are going to cost us instead of buying them at Love Draft.
Yeah, I'd love to go.
As I say, I told you.
So, alright, we're going to hang out with Humanity Decayed. Also, they will be on our show before their show at Love Draft.
So, in a month.
So, we are very, very, very busy.
We are a hot mess. This fucking podcast is crazy.
Honestly, the busyness, and I think me and Lucas kind of agreed on it the other day talking about it. The busyness is kind of where I think the brainchild of this went to be when we were originally talking about it, that we would like to get to a point where we only host like our standard episodes every so often, and then we're just constantly cycling people through. So, I mean, the busyness is there. This week we're hosting Lucas's episode. Next week we all got to be at the compound. We're going to host a test episode before Holdfast. So we're going to come, we're going to hang out and just do some mini games and stuff. We're just going to have like a random bullshit fun episode. We'll play some games.
I recommend Strip Uno.
Cannot do that, but that would be hilarious. So, that
would be real bad.
That's what we have in the pipe. Now, mind you, next week's episode might be all of us hanging out here and talking with Humanity Decayed. It might also come to Humanity Decayed, might come to the compound, because they are all very local to us. So...
Oh, like they're close.
Close, yes.
Damn, I didn't expect that.
Like, one of them is like half-ass our neighbor, like only.
I got a good vacuum at home. I'll bring it.
Is he within walking distance?
Not walking distance, but he's close.
It's not even that. It's my fear of the dog's not getting along with somebody.
It's called a room.
No, it's It's not, because the baby's upstairs.
Anyway, moving on. Lucas,
Shit,
a lot of
you're
people
right.
had some questions on your topic. What is your topic, and what do you want from us?
Okay. So my topic is whether you think, just games that you've played in the past, and whether you think, today they would deserve like a remake, a remaster, or a reimagining.
Okay.
I already got 2
So-
games in the pipeline.
So there's our clarity, Lucas.
So
How do you want to
I'll give the. I'll also just give the definitions for each because sometimes it can get confusing.
Overall,
So-
gamers, we know
Yeah.
what a reboot is. We know what a
yeah.
remaster.
Yeah, no, let's
Yeah.
go over that because maybe people who are watching the podcast don't know
Oh,
the
yeah, Bree,
difference
you
between.
don't know anything.
I don't really.
So a remaster is usually a one-for-one like recreation. So they don't really change anything. They don't take, liberties. It's just one for one, and it's just like basically a graphics upgrade. A remake is basically the same thing, but they change a couple of things, and
RE2.
like like RE2, RE3, those are remakes.
RE3 don't
'Cause
exist.
Don't forget
They're
RE4
trash.
just came out.
Yeah, I heard RE4 is great.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
RE4 just did come out, but I'm pretty sure that's more of a remaster than a remake.
So can I,
No,
No, it's a remake.
Salazar
Oh, it's a
Salazar is now
can I,
actually a
can
tall
I,
man.
can I interject here?
Fuck
Just
you,
a
no.
question.
Yeah.
Would the Modern Warfare remaster that came out with Infinite Warfare, that technically wasn't a remaster then, that was a remake. Right? Because it was one for one, but they added stuff to the game.
I would say it's more or less a
I would
remake,
say
to be
it's
honest.
a remaster because they added
Yeah.
stuff to the game later when everybody stopped playing it
Yeah, I would say
and
a
just went
remaster
back to
because,
Infinite
like,
Warfare.
They just pretty much brought the whole game in, and then there's like, oh, let's shoehorn fucking
Okay.
prop hunt.
It just there was a lot. No, even at the start, the way the game there was different things and different variant guns in the game that weren't in the game.
Well, I remember people are upset about that and they took it out.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'll give you after the takeout. Okay. That was just my interjection. Go ahead, Lucas.
So, yeah, that's a remake. And a reimagine is usually they take the story from the original game and they add like a new cast to it. So, I know there's been like very few reimagined games.
No, that doesn't seem like something that
Yeah, I can't think of any reimagined games I've actually played.
And there's also
I've been sitting here thinking, but I can't think of any.
there's also reboots. Like the Saints Row series just got rebooted.
Oh, don't, no, stop.
It was
Stop,
extremely
stop,
disappointing.
Stop.
I
I had high hopes for it. I saw 3 videos of like full gameplay, and I'm like, no, I'm done. I can't.
I had high hopes too, and they were all shattered within the trailers.
that was like the only real competitor to Grand Theft Auto.
Yo, Saint Row
Yeah.
2 is still fun.
And they
It plays like
forgot
shit.
what Saints.
Yo, Saint Row 2 plays like shit. Like, I play it on my PS3. But it's still
Yeah.
fun. It's still fun to play.
Okay. So
Oh,
Lucas, how do you
speaking
wanna
of
kick
other-
off this episode, you passed off the definitions. Let's.
Can I just interject one thing that I want to actually... Because I missed something before because I had to reset my internet.
Yeah.
Did anybody see the pettiness that PlayStation's trying to do right now?
What was that
Which one?
So, since Sony is all pissed off about Microsoft working on buying Activision, they're like, well, we're going to buy Rockstar. That way you can't get any Rockstar games anymore.
Well, that's because literally Microsoft is building a de facto monopoly. I study this shit with collusion and monopolies. We can talk about this later because this is a fucking fine detail thing we have to go through with
Good
the
thing the
call.
wheel spin can't land on Mason this week.
No, literally, because like Starfield was supposed to come out for PS4 and PS5, and ever since Xbox bought Bethesda, they're like, yeah, no, we're not doing that anymore. That's shut down. That's gone. Even though they promised that they would come out for PS4, PS5. Like,
Well, it was also
Mi-
like
Mi- Microsoft
internally.
is- yeah, it got whole completely shut down. It's not again.
Even
now-
before that, they barely had a PS4, PS5 bill even made.
Yeah, but
What,
they still
they-
said they still
they-
said, hey, yeah, we will follow Sony's contract, and they're like, yeah, no, fuck the contract. We're not doing that.
That
So-
was,
Did
that
they
was
cancel
because,
that game altogether now, Mason, or is it still
Yeah,
a
for the
thing?
PlayStation
No,
release.
It's for the PlayStation, but the problem was they weren't with PlayStation to begin with, and they started to develop the game for other systems other than PlayStation.
No, they started actually with mainly PlayStation because it supposedly was originally supposed to be a PS5 exclusive, and then they brought okay, it'll be on PS4, and then there was all right, oh, you got bought out, oh shit, now you're expanding to all the other ones, and then said, okay, now we're done with the PS4, PS5, the ones that we actually promised contract with Sony.
But
We're shutting that shit down.
That was because Sony didn't hold up their end of the contractual obligations before they made the transition.
It's still creating a de facto monopoly.
Yeah, but here's the thing: Microsoft's not. It creates an issue, yes, but Microsoft's
even EU, even the European Union's yeah, no, we can't even sanction this. If you do this, we cannot sell your games because it will be
No,
a monopoly.
they released it.
Yeah.
They're on board now.
Yeah.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Shit, I didn't see
Yeah.
that part.
Here's the thing.
It was literally because Sony, one of the Sony CEOs was yeah, I'm just doing this to fuck over Microsoft on Twitter, and they were like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Twitter. It's ran by fucking retards.
Why Microsoft is actually acquiring Activision? Because of a fucking bad fallout between the Call of Duty Pro League and Activision, where Sony almost bankrupted the company because Sony said, okay.
But still, they already own Bethesda, and they already said, okay, all Bethesda games are now Microsoft only.
When it comes down to contractual obligations, it comes down to money.
No, there's even more. There's more to this picture, bro.
Well, I get that, but
because now they're okay, anything
you're
Bethesda
only
now.
looking at it as the Sony dick rider. You're not looking at.
No, I'm not seeing it as a Sony dick rider. I'm actually seeing it as a fucking actual monopoly.
But
the thing that we're not supposed to fucking
they're
allow
not
here.
held against their will. Microsoft's just buying the studios.
Buying the studio and only having them make games for their fucking product.
They're not.
That is literally the fact of monopoly.
That's not what they're doing because the next Call of Duty is coming out on Switch. The next Forza game is also coming out.
They only are doing that to prove oh, see, look, we're sharing with competitors. So Sony adding Nintendo in.
Just like with Call of Duty, when it switches titles, you have to pay to play. So if you want the game on your system, you have to pay for it. That's how it works. And Sony doesn't want to pay for it because Sony.
Which is the thing. I'm okay, cool, whatever.
So
but
time out.
No, they're doing the same thing with Fallout and Skyrim.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I mean.
Sony doesn't want to pay to play anymore. They just want people to stay there. Sony just cost Activision.
They killed fucking Ben Studios. They ain't making a Days Gone 2.
So here's why
Sony killed it.
Sony
fucking
killed
because
Sony
Days
killed
Gone
everything.
came off. And fucking Days Gone was horrible on release. It was unplayable.
It was, but it's...
That's why they died.
Sony backed them, and then they died. They tried to save it, and then
they did save it. After patches, that game's actually fucking playable. I played it
here's the
times
problem.
over.
Here's why this Activision thing is happening. Sony cost Activision over $7.5 million because they promised to pay for land and they promised to pay for things for Call of Duty that they did not pay for, and they did not pay the players' salaries. Therefore,
Well, that's true.
Sony defaulted on their contract with Activision.
If you want to take the fucking COD League, okay, cool, but they're taking the COD title, so they're stripping...
No, Sony owned the Activision fucking period. Sony, that's why the transition from Pro Play went from Xbox to Sony PlayStation, because Sony was in the process of acquiring Activision Studios. And then when fucking Sony almost bankrupted them, Activision said, get fucked. We're leaving.
There's no fucking way they got bankrupt. There's no fucking way.
Do you understand how much it costs for a COD production? It is a lot of money, and Sony didn't pay any of their parts. Sony said, okay, come to us, we'll pay for it, and then never gave them a dime.
They don't do business with them, but that's
what they're doing.
No,
You're like, it's a de facto monopoly.
They're taking the whole Activision thing. It's all right, cool. No more fucking console WoW. No more console whatever. No more for any of this shit, because we're gonna buy the whole fucking IP. Anything that's owned by this fucking IP here, don't go over there anymore.
But here's the thing.
That causes the fucking monopoly.
Here's the thing. Now that
I'll go get the game board. I'm gonna fucking buy all the railroads. I'm gonna buy half the fucking houses, and then we're gonna play that way then.
But here's the problem. Microsoft has already said, okay, Sony, Activision's under acquisition. Here's what you need to pay to play, just like it was for the past. And Sony said, I don't want to. Sony does not want to put money back into their system because their system is failing hard.
Actually, no, I just sold more than the N64.
Yes, but it's not retaining player base for games that are important. it's putting all this money in the AAA title.
My dumbass brother spent $700 for that fucking paperweight, and he still plays the shit out of it.
Here's a good example, and this is a game that apparently they're trying to fucking revise again. Anthem.
Oh, no. Anthem's a dead game.
Yes. Because Sony was like, we promise you the world, and then everyone came over and they're like, get fucked.
That wasn't even a Sony game. That was on all platforms.
Yeah, but the problem was, it was supposed to be a Sony launch, and that's where it launched, and it did not do well.
Well, Anthem I put in the same category as fucking Cyberpunk game. They build up, and it came out, it was kind of trash.
That game,
Cyberpunk had its own thing that made it very bad at launch.
That game did not. The developers overshot their.
Like they made Witcher, and don't get me wrong, I love Gwent from Witcher. Hey Ruby, can you fucking move? Thank you.
But systems aside, getting to Lucas's topic, like talking about games that we would like to see, like rebooted, remaster, or reimagine. So I'm gonna knock out reimagine for me, Lucas. I feel like that's unnecessary. Like, I feel like before you get to reimagine, you're going through remastered, remade, and then you're going reimagine. If there's anything I see being reimagined in the future, it would be in the Final Fantasy series.
Yes, actually, that would make the most sense. Like
so
they did with
that's my take on reimagined. You guys take that and run with it, but I just feel like if anything's going to be reimagined, it's going to start in the Final Fantasy series somewhere.
It already did, like I said, with FF7.
Yeah.
Like, you run in Sephiroth before you leave Midgard. That never fucking happened in the original.
So, reimagines, I feel like we're not going to see a lot of, and I don't know that I would care to.
Actually, no. I would actually stand against that. Final Fantasy VI, I think it was, with Cecil, the Paladin, the Dark Knight. I would love to see that reimagined. That'd actually be a fun game.
They were supposed to. They were supposed to
No, listen. Like reimagine it with the new way they're doing with the new Final Fantasy game. I forget which one it is. My brother's been playing, where it's like a mix between tactics. Well, like not tactics, but the job system and Dark Souls. Damn, that'd be fucking fun. Alright, go on, Kyle.
Oh, I was gonna say I know they were talking about doing a complete remake of Final Fantasy VIII, but I don't know whatever happened to that. I heard about that about a year ago.
I did remember hearing about that. That was like the third thing on the agenda. Like after 7, they were going to do 6, and then they were going to do 8 with Squall and his moody little bitch ass punk looking face. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't like that.
Hey, I'm looking. If they actually do a remake of 8, I will be buying it because 8 was literally like my favorite Final Fantasy.
So as far as reimagine, what's everybody think about reimagined games? Do we see a lot of them in our future? Is there something you want to see reimagined?
I actually agree with you. Like Final Fantasy 7 is probably the most, not Final Fantasy 7, just the Final Fantasy franchise can be the most reimagined. And now that I think about it, another franchise that can actually fall into that might be Dragon Quest.
Y'all want to know what I want to see?
What do you want to see?
I want to see them bring back Crash Bandicoot.
It is back.
When?
It is back.
Yeah, it is back.
Totally
the insane trilogy. The insane trilogy. Hold on. Listen here.
Yeah,
And they just
it's all the
The trilogy came out and 4 came out.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
4 just came out
Really?
not long
all on
ago.
the Switch.
Yeah.
All totally remastered.
Why are we not playing that?
Your wish
And
has come
the
true.
And
Yeah!
there's a new Spyro coming out too, so...
Oh yeah, Spyro's getting a fucking 4th game.
Where
Yeah,
have you
because
been,
fucking
Reese?
Sony decided to fucking let go of the title for fucking finally.
De facto
Yeah.
Monopoly, man.
Not even right, but yeah. They fucking it's like, alright, we're done with this IP. We milked it dry. Oh shit, we actually have some
Did
cool
you-
shit going.
so-
They didn't even milk it dry. They made fucking like what 3 games, and people were like,
Did you ever?
We want
notice-
more
there's a bunch
Spyro.
of spin-offs.
No.
There's a bunch of spin-offs.
Did you ever notice Sony does that with like games that they're like, this is gonna be our title game? They've done it with Spyro. They've done it with Crash. They did it with Ratchet and Clank. They did what?
Yo,
Lucas,
Ratchet Clank Dreadlock is still
Forgot
fucking
about
fun.
that.
Lucas. What was the game with the dude who was like knitted?
That's on
Knit
the
it-
Planet, Sackboy.
Little
Yeah.
Big Planet.
They
Yeah.
killed that one too. They're like,
Actually,
"Man."
no, they just released a mini game for it on PS5 or some shit. Sackboy Adventure.
Yeah, but like
Yeah, but
They-
still, like
they have
all these popular titles, and they're like,
It's first, second.
you're gonna wait and you're gonna play God of War.
Yes, it's
Oh,
available.
well, they did that
You
with-
said it.
They did that of
I wanna buy
Gex Gex the Gecko also
so.
back
Yeah,
on
they
the
did that.
Yo,
PS1.
Gex the
Oh,
Gecko.
yeah.
Gex the Gecko.
Play
I
it.
have that
We're all
bitch.
gonna sit here.
I got that bitch on my
podcast.
PS3.
Bringing me
We're
back to,
freaking
did you
play
not see a
Crash
problem with
Bandicoot.
Sony fucking everyone in the ass? They're like, here's all these cool games.
Oh yeah,
bring
no,
more-
I'm not defending Sony. Sony's a fucking piece of shit as well. But
Bring
I
in-
don't like the fact that I was like, I can't play these 18 fucking titles that I like. Oh damn! I'd have to go spend
here's the
another
thing, though,
fucking
Mason. It's just
$800 to
it's
buy
the-
a fucking
it's the
console
Fire
to
PC.
fucking play.
What?
Yeah.
No,
At
they
that
only
rate.
keep it. If you
It's
keep it
just-
at fucking
It's
Microsoft only.
just the classic console war is all it is. It's who can screw
Yeah,
over
this shit
the
has
other
been
person
going
more
on
by
for-
acquiring more property.
Dude, you know how bad it was back in the like.
This has been
SNES?
going on
Yes,
since
I know.
the freaking 80s between like Nintendo and Atari and shit like that.
Literally
It's
everything.
getting more advanced.
Yeah, because we all have,
Nintendo, Atari, then Sega popped up, and then
we have
Oh,
to
yeah, well,
remember
yeah.
that Nintendo and Sega controlled the market
They
for
did.
decades.
They did, and I'm not
and
gonna
then
lie.
Sony came in with such promise.
Well, no, only the reason why Sony came in is because Nintendo fucked Sony over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
but here's the
because
thing.
the PlayStation was actually supposed to be the N64.
If you believe
Yeah.
in karma, all of that
no, this
karma
is-
of Sony
this is-
fucking
this
them
is
for so
karma.
many years.
But this is like karma. I get it. This is karma. But like being permanently saying like, yeah, Fallout 5 is only going to be on like Microsoft things. It's like, why? Like I know you guys hated fucking
And
buy a
PlayStation.
PC.
Didn't Sony just fucking panic announce the fucking 6 too? The
Fallout 6?
PlayStation 6?
No, they're actually it's like the usual fucking mid generation thing where they're like, all right, here's the revamped version, like the
They
PS5
already did
Pro.
that!
No. That's what they're doing right now.
They're doing
No,
a
they-
oh,
they're-
Sony's going
yeah,
through
they
their
announced-
second revamp, right?
Yeah, just like they did with the PS3s and the PS2s, the disgusting PS2
Yeah, they
top
announced
loaders.
like
They're
They
making
announced
the
the-
light version and the pro version.
Yeah.
the fucking
They just
disgusting
announced, I think it's
PS2
like the
top
alt- the
loader, the disgusting
PS5.
PS3 top loader. They're just doing another fucking
Yeah, they
thing with
wrote-
PS5.
Meanwhile, Microsoft's like,
Here.
Yeah, what I
what-
seen,
what-
though, is
no,
they
what
announced
Microsoft is doing is pretty much
the-
like, all right, we're just gonna copy and then paste onto our Steam. All right, cool, you can do that, right? All right, good.
But anyway, what I was
Steam.
trying to say, well, I keep getting cut off by people. Well, I was just reading what Sony actually announced was their ultra slim PS5 that's supposed to be coming out towards the end of the year.
will it have a manual slide open disc tray like everything else that's ultra slim?
Yeah, no. If I'm gonna fucking get a PS5, I'm getting a first gen PS5.
Okay,
Fuck
so
that.
we're all against remastering and remaking consoles. Release
that
the
top
original
loader
one
shit.
and leave it the fuck alone.
Like, there's a problem with
Oh,
this
yeah.
thing. Let's release the second gen. All right, understandable.
See, when
We just want a top loader now. No, fuck yourself. Take that, shove it up your ass, and fuck off.
See, like when
No,
Microsoft
Sony
went
will
from the
Sony will do the
one-
classic thing they always do. They'll go
Yeah,
and like,
third
oh, well,
gen's a
here's
fucking
this
top load.
system. But oh, you want to have games? Well, guess what? You gotta download everything.
Oh no, not even that. Every fucking third gen top loader always had the least fucking space, least fucking memory space. So it's gonna be like, oh, here's a fucking 25 gigabyte top loader PS5 because fuck you.
That's what they did with because there's a
That's what they did with the PS3.
there's a disc version of the PS5 that has less space than the non-disc version.
Yeah, I know that because that's mainly because disc holds most of the memory. But no, like my brother's PS3, after his original one died, yeah, it was gone. He went and got a top loader. Well, mom bought him a top
See,
loader
my
for Christmas.
PS3, I
Mine-
have
no,
the
no,
God of
Listen.
War.
The top loader only had 12 fucking gigabytes. You know what the original model had? 120. Let that sink in, my friends.
Now that wouldn't even hold one half of a Call of Duty game.
It doesn't.
That wouldn't
Oh,
hold much of any.
Not the games today anymore, you know,
I think
boy.
the newest God of War, from what I
Alright,
looked
so-
at on Steam, is like 80 freaking gigs.
We know Breeze.
80 gigs? Hell no.
Breeze.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Breeze game has been remastered, so she got her wish.
Yeah, I know. I'm sitting in
I
like.
don't follow gaming as much as you guys do.
Sweetie, it's like my actual hobby. That and
Sweetie.
I thought being an alcoholic was your actual hobby.
That's the other hobby.
I was gonna say.
That's the other
Mason,
hobby.
I think
Like,
you have a couple hobbies there, sweetie.
Oh no, they mix together perfectly. Like the worse a game is, the more I consume alcohol, the better it is.
The Bettler?
Yeah.
That's a new word.
I'm sorry, I'm a bit cooked.
Go ahead, Terry. You were saying you don't follow gaming like we do, but
I at least try on some things.
Like the games like you like Pyro, like
Look,
Spyro,
When
Incredible.
I
Pyro,
started
huh?
actually
Yeah,
gaming,
yeah, Pyro from
it
TF2.
was like It was Donkey Kong. It was Tekken.
Oh,
It was.
that actually reminds me. You
It
two,
was Crash Bandicoot. Oh God, what the hell was the other one?
no, listen.
Was it Blood Rain?
April 13th. Anyone
Yeah,
here with a
Wolverine.
Switch? April 13th. If you have the N64 expansion pass, Pokemon Stadium's getting put on.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh,
Now I'm
God,
buying it.
Now you started it.
I'm done.
I told you that already.
Oh God.
Like,
Alright,
I'm not a big Pokemon fan in general.
Well, now
like, I
you've
played.
reminded him.
Stadium was
Something
fucking
that Josh
amazing.
already
Dude,
told
Stadium
him.
is fun as fuck.
It,
I thought that
Is that the one I
Potekken or
played?
whatever was
It's
kind
the
of
one
like
where-
a.
It's the one where you like.
It's
kinda like a remake, isn't it?
Pokken,
No, it's
the
different.
the
Pokken is
Pokken
like
tournament
Mortal
was, yeah, it was like
yeah, it
Mortal
was like
Kombat.
the cheaper version.
Pokemon Stadium was
okay.
literally like, alright, I'm gonna
Mortal
use
Kombat.
like Leaf Blade, and then it's like, oh shit, that was
Pokemon
Pokemon.
Stadium
Well,
was
no-
like having legitimate Pokemon battles, where Potekken is like Mortal Kombat of
Yeah.
Pokemon. It's a cool game.
Well,
It
no.
And I'm
Potekken is based off
Yeah, no, what?
Tekken,
No,
and
what?
Tekken is its own thing.
To bring it back
It's
to
not
Lucas,
Fucking
Potekken,
Mortal
it's
to bring it back to
Kombat
Lucas's
copied
thing.
Tekken with fucking Deadly Alliance.
No, to bring it back to Lucas's thing, one of the things I would like to see remade, Pokemon Stadium. I would love to see it remade with a nice HD fucking gloss.
I would like to see a modern era one with all the Pokemon they've added. That'd be cool as shit.
Oh damn, that would be dope.
I would like to see a modern era one before a remake.
Are we allowed to talk about consoles?
Well, that's
Bitch,
what
we
a
just bitched
remaster
about-
is,
Hold
would
on,
be a modern
no,
rare
no,
one.
no.
We just
Talking
bitched
about
about
consoles.
Sony's and
No,
PCs, yes.
Hold on. This
We
is
can
gonna
bitch
be
about
worth it.
consoles.
This is gonna be worth it, I swear.
Go ahead.
No,
you're
no, I'm
talking.
not saying no.
We're gonna
I'm-
let you talk.
We're
This
not
is
saying
you.
no.
This
We're saying we
If
just
you
bitched
say
for, like, a
a
fucking 20
Dreamcast, I'm
minutes.
disowning you.
No, it's the type. It's the type.
Yes,
of-
Dreamcast, McCoy.
And
I kind of get
It's
what you
gonna-
mean with that.
This
It's gonna
podcast
blow-
is about to end real quick.
it's no, it's not.
Alright,
What,
guys,
the
it was
MS-DOS?
nice knowing you. Hey, yo, human, what the fuck ever. It was nice talking to you guys for a second. It was nice. Like, this is over. We're done. Bye. Bye.
Fuck you! I was taking a drink, you fucking
Yes!
bitch!
Get fucking shafted, cunt.
I was stuck in my
Whoa,
throat.
TOS.
Oh, is that really not? Oh, fuck
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
We're
man.
Australian. Fuck you.
Holy fuck!
Alright.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Back to what I was saying about consoles. It's a handheld console.
What, Switch?
PSP?
No, it's a Game Boy.
Oh, that was
The
hot
Game
garbage
Gear.
too.
Game Boy?
Hey, you want
You have a Nintendo Switch!
I know.
Hey, you want to hear
But do
something
you
funny?
know
Hey,
how
hey, 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 hey.
nostalgic.
You want to hear something funny?
Hold on.
You want to hear
Hold
something
You
on.
have a
Do you know
phone
how
and you could
nostalgic?
literally...
No, but it's
No,
not
no,
even,
they put
no,
Game Boy on
no.
Switch. They put
This
Game Boy
is-
on Switch.
It's taking it all the freaking way back. Okay,
Looks like I'm
32,
buying
damn
someone
it.
an emulator.
and I want a fucking Game Boy.
Hun,
You can
sweetie.
buy a Game Boy.
It's all
You
on
Yeah.
can
Switch.
literally buy a Game Boy.
No, a new one. I want
People
the-
make
buy a
Game
new
Boy
one.
mods.
Why? When? Since when?
Forever!
People
Hey,
make
oh.
screen mods and shit for them.
Are you
Oh, yeah, they
fucking
still
kidding me?
make Game Boys, Bree.
all the shit that I.
Yeah,
Bree,
you're so far. God, you're showing your age. Get out of here.
You're what we call
But
special
here's the
vote.
thing, I don't know this stuff because I don't follow it like you guys do, and it's not something that
I'm
we
gonna
You
show
usually
sat here
talk
on the
about.
couch and watched me and Josh watch videos
Yes.
on new Game Boys.
I'm gonna show you something crazy.
Pretty sure
I'm
you
playing
could probably
Pokemon
still
Crystal
go
right
to
now.
GameStop and freaking buy the freaking Game
Yeah, but
Boy
I don't wanna
Advance if
play
you
it
wanted
on my
to.
phone.
Yeah,
No, you can actually buy an actual system that comes with games, classic
Yeah.
games.
No.
Yeah.
Like, welcome to
Mason
Alibaba.
just showed me on his phone that he has. It's like the same setup on his screen.
Shut
Yeah, but you
up.
can-
We can't say that. That those things are
Yeah,
technically
don't say
illegal.
those things. That's not legal. You can go.
I-
Target has.
Emulation is legal as long as you own the original game. Wink, wink.
Well, technically, I actually was
can
reading
go
this
to
not
Target.
too long ago.
We can go to Target tomorrow and buy a Game Boy that plays classic games for like $50. They have them.
Literally, it's Alibaba.
Yep.
The way they do it is they shove a fucking Blackberry Pi. Is it called or
Why?
Raspberry Pi.
Raspberry Pi? They shove a Raspberry Pi in it with a screen, whole 9 yards.
Yeah,
and
an
emulates-
LCD screen, and then you can play all your classic games. It is an actual thing.
But one thing about emulation,
You are
though,
old. It's okay,
is
though.
after X amount of years, I forget how many year it is, they actually become. Oh, what the hell is it?
Fire hazard.
I forget what the
that's
actual.
electronics.
No, there's actually a term for games because a lot of companies don't renew the
Yo,
copyrights
is
on
just in a
games.
fucking state of disarray. It's
After-
hilarious.
Yeah. Well, after so many years, a lot of companies don't renew the copyrights on the game, so they become like pretty much public domain, and that's how you one of the reasons you're able to download them for free and not go to jail for it. And why there's so many-
Fuck off.
If you also just own the game.
Wink,
Yeah.
So-
nudge.
I want to talk about Lucas. Do re-releases fall into this? Can we talk about re-releases? Like straight re-releases.
No, if you're talking about re-releases, I got something I can shit on.
Can we
Like, name an example of one.
Oh, okay. Last of Us should have stayed on the fucking PlayStation. It did not need to be fucking re-released on any console, and it did not need a fucking series that follows the goddamn game. Play the game and stop being a bitch.
One, the TV show is fucking amazing, but I agree with you. It did not need to fucking go from PS3, PS4 to PS5.
I do not like when game companies are like, oh man, we should... No, fucking leave it on the console where it was, and once it's
I
gone,
disagree
if you don't have the console
because-
anymore, you're fucked.
Like,
I disagree because I'm glad it came to PC and it's on my list of games to buy.
yo,
Yes,
no,
I-
no,
Holy
no,
shit,
no,
it is
no,
no.
Listen
unplayable
here.
right now.
Listen here.
Yeah,
I
it's
only
fucking
know
terrible.
two characters. I only know two characters from the Last of Us series. Bastion Head Joel from Part 2 and Blackface Joel from the PC port.
Here's why I don't like it, and here's why I don't like gaming anymore. And I don't fucking care, Kyle. You're not gonna like this because this goes against like you're excited to play it. Games don't hold any sentimental value anymore because we can play them anywhere at any time, no matter when they release. We don't have to worry about a console going away.
Oh no,
anymore.
I was gonna. The only thing I want to say is The Last of Us, like the original story. Fucking man.
I'm not knocking it.
Fucking man.
I'm not knocking it. Fantastic game.
Like if they wanted to like, okay, we're done. It's a PS3 old game. We're now just gonna bring it like.
But it did
If
not
they would have
need-
skipped the PS4, if they would have skipped the PS4 and just went straight to PS5 and newer consoles with The Last of Us 1, I actually would have been more excited with that.
If you want to go back and re-release like Crisis, which was always multi-platform,
That was
They actually-
remastered.
They
Yeah,
are
yeah, it
remastered.
was.
Christ.
I have it on Switch, bro.
Hopefully they're doing a remake on
Yo,
the
the
first
Switch came out on
Crisis.
Crisis.
I have all three Crisis.
But here's the thing I don't like. Like, The Last of Us isn't that old of a game.
It isn't.
But the thing is games like that don't hold any sentimental value anymore. We can't talk about, man, I remember when I used to play blah, blah, blah. No, you can sit down and play it right now if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Like, and that's where I think the problem is with remasters, remakes, reimagines, and
Well,
re-releases.
that's not the problem. Like the new Dead
Well,
Space
that's
release.
I didn't.
No. Like,
I
the new
never
Dead
owned a
Space.
PlayStation, so for me, that would be my first time for
that
actually
would be
playing
your
The
first.
Last of Us.
But,
Yeah, it's like.
and
that's,
see, I feel like...
So
that's the thing about the remakes.
I think I'm not gonna go buy a PlayStation
I get that.
just to go play The Last of Us.
I get that, but you didn't just go buy, like, so for instance, you were an Xbox guy. PlayStation guys didn't just go buy PlayStations to fucking play Halo, and they're never gonna play Halo if they're
Yep.
always on PlayStation.
Yup.
Halo has a sentimental value to, I mean, yeah, it's on PC now, but, like, it has a sentimental value to us Xbox players and even for those, like, I picked it back up on PC for a little bit. That game's not great, but it did kick back that, like, I remember playing it on the Xbox. And I'm happy that game will never end up like The Last of Us and trail across consoles and reappear across all platforms.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not.
It's forever cemented in stone. I wish I
Like I said, if they
people
would have
don't
skipped,
like
if they
this.
just would have skipped the PS4 and like remade it for PS5, I personally wouldn't be that upset with it. Like, cause okay, we had a break and now here's a refresh.
And the thing was, is they didn't do much to do anything new to the game. They just
Tess is a-
re-released it on all bunch of platforms.
Tess went from having like a fucking pink lemonade shirt to a purple shirt. Like, what the fuck ever.
So, that's my take on re-releases. I don't know how you guys feel. I just feel like they're dumb. They shouldn't be a thing.
Joke's on you, because one of the games I do enjoy is the old Lego Bionicle game that got re-released, like, just how it did on the PS2. Get fucking shafted, that game is fun.
But where was it re-released?
On current console player, not consoles, just like current generation, PC, PS4.
So it's
Xbox.
cross-platform.
Yeah.
Man, no.
But that's the thing.
Loses nostalgia.
Like, that's the thing. It was on Xbox 360, PS2. So like seeing it like back again with the same PS2 graphics, I'm like, holy fucking shit, that is a nostalgia trip.
See,
I
I
need to
think
take.
Nintendo, besides people stealing Nintendo shit, they do kind of have it nailed down. They don't bring a lot.
Actually, did you guys? Remake might have seen this, but have you seen the latest leak of the Kanto remake?
I've seen that.
No, I have not.
I'm actually excited for that.
It looks really good.
And it just looks like the newer Pokemons, but with the old school game. And that's what I personally would like to see more of.
Yeah, but
That's what they did with Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
Yeah,
I didn't really like the cheapy style, I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, me and Josh played
Yeah,
Diamond and Shining Pearl, and we were kind of like, wow, this kind of lost the luster that the original game had. And we like pile drove through it, we're like, yeah, don't touch it anymore.
Yeah,
Yep.
I still play it when I'm fucked up. But it's like, it's okay, but it's like...
Not the best.
Yeah, because like...
I think we spent more time digging underground than anything.
Because like, I just could not get behind the chibi style.
So, Lucas, I want to ask you, because this is your episode, and I want to call the host out, and then you can pass it off however you want. How do you personally feel on re-releases like they did with The Last of Us? Do you think that kind of stuff is rushed? Do we not wait long enough for it? Like, Mason talked about a game that hasn't been seen since PS2, and now it's resurfaced.
Oh, I have a PS1 game I also want to throw out that I know none of fucking you know about it.
But, like, you're talking about a game that was gone, and it was just re-released standard graphics many years later.
I also know another game, Sphinx and the Tale of the Mummy, which was released on PS2, Xbox 360, and GameCube.
So,
and they finally just got
I know that.
released on Switch.
I know that game.
So,
Fuck yeah! At least Kyle knows. Get fucked.
So, Mr. Host, how do you feel about it? About re-releasing games? Is there a certain time where you need to wait? Should it age more? Should it...
I mean, I feel like The Last of Us waited kind of long. The Last of Us came out in 2013.
Yeah, I was still in school.
It's been 10 years.
Like I said, I was in school.
And it only got a remastered a year later. Well, but that's way too soon. A year later is way too soon.
For a remaster?
But-
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll agree with that. I will take your side on the remaster.
I feel like
Yo, is that crow's feet?
like at least
I'm trying to
5+ years is enough time for a remaster, because that's a new console generation. That's, there's the next generation of kids could be born in that time.
I'm fucking around, being.
So, one more question before you pass off your episode to the next topic of it. Do you think... How long do you think a game should wait before re-release? Like, for me, I put it at like a hard 15 years. 15 years should be the minimum a game should sit shelved. Maybe.
Nah. Like with the new Dead Space, like what? Dead Space only sat around for what, 10? Maybe a little bit less.
Dead Space sat around for...
Dead Space, I think the last game
I'll
is
say-
like 10 years old.
That's what I mean.
Dead,
like 10
Dead
years.
Space has been a while.
15
Dead Space was 2008, dude.
Oh fuck! I need more alcohol.
Yeah, I was gonna
Fuck.
say Dead Space.
Yeah,
is
no,
old
I
as
retract. I
fuck,
retract.
bro.
Yeah,
dumb. I retract.
because Dead Space and Dark Souls and
No, Demon Souls.
Another-
Demon Souls.
No, Dark Souls released in 2008. Or no, Demon Souls,
Demon
yeah.
Souls. Demon Souls.
Yeah, 2011 was Dark Souls.
I got.
But still,
that bitch
like-
on my PS3, I got Demon Souls on that motherfucker.
I don't know. I'd say like 15 years at the minimum should be before a remake, remaster.
And that's where I'm, like I said, I gotta say 10 personally.
I'm gonna say 10 to 15, only for the sake that it depends on what game it actually is.
Like 10 years, like a good story-driven game like Last of Us, 10 years, yeah.
The only reason The Last of Us got this multi-console release is because the goddamn show. Had the show not been a thing, if the show had not been a thing, it would have sat right where it was. No one
it would have stayed on
it.
PS2, PS3, and PS4, and personally, I'm okay with it. Like, don't get me wrong, fucking Pedro Pascal kills it, man. Fucking even Troy Baker says like, I wish I could have been Pedro. Like, that's how much Troy Baker, the original voice of Joel, sat around and thought, holy fuck, Pedro's doing it better. Fun fact, Joel does die. In the cult episode, Ellie slams a fucking machete in Troy Baker's throat.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, the original Joel dies.
Spoiler. All right, Lucas, your episode. Pass it on.
And if you
Take that where
played the
wanna
game,
take
you know
it.
the fucking the scene I'm talking about.
Take it where you want to take it, buddy. I just wanted to see how you felt about it.
Yeah, because like right now I'm playing the Mass Effect remasters. It's like the first game came out in 2007. It's like, yeah, I played this game as a kid, but like I still own all of these on disc.
I'll
Like
be honest,
I literally walked downstairs and found all of the discs yesterday.
Nostalgic as fuck.
But
I'll
it's
be honest,
like
I've never played any of the Mass Effect games.
it's fun. It's a third-person shooter RPG. It's just fun. Like there's so much content and shit to do in them. It's like I haven't even completed the fucking I think second mission yet, and I've been just doing side content. I'm already.
You can be like me and like a dragon Inshin, just grinding that fucking gambling hall.
Yeah, I've been doing side content. I'm already level 19.
Shit, yeah, I'm like level 30 on chapter 4 of like a dragon Inshin.
Yeah. But like there's like I feel like there's a lot of games that could use a remaster because they've essentially, due to hardware limitations, they've almost been lost the time.
So do we
like
talk about remasters?
Remakes, remasters, shit like that.
Yeah.
Would you go straight remaster?
Like.
So here's a game for
Yeah.
me. I'm gonna throw mine out there, and Kyle's gonna remember this. The Suffering.
I heard of it.
Yeah, the Suffering.
I actually reached out after you actually talked to me about that.
Yeah.
Press play at the third store in Lancaster at that time has it.
That is a game that I played. That was so much fun. It was like my first dive into horror games. It's such a good game. It actually has
the Suffering was like an extreme horror game in the time period.
Yeah, and it has a good story behind it too. It is dark.
I have a fun platformer.
The Suffering.
Well,
The Suffering.
Fun in quotations.
PS2? Yeah, it's PS2.
Yeah, PS2. I was gonna say I was not even on Steam.
No, bro. It is. I don't think it has surfaced since PS2. It has been.
No, it was on the PS2, the original Xbox, and GameCube. Oh, never mind. It was canceled on the GameCube. It was a 2004. This is a Midway game?
Yeah, bro. Dude, it was so good. Kyle?
Yeah, I am sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
The Suffering, good game.
Oh yeah, no, another game. I don't know if anybody ever heard of this game that I kind of wish they would do a remake of, and because I like the game. There used to be a game back on the very first PlayStation called Shadow Man, which was actually kind of a fun game.
My dad actually owned a copy of that. I remember that.
I mean, the game was freaking hard, but I enjoyed. They made
How do you think I felt? I don't know what I was doing.
There was a sequel to it. I think they made for the PS2, but it wasn't that great. The first one was a hell of a lot better.
So I think this is funny. I looked up what really was the nail in the coffin for the Suffering series. Critics felt the blend of action and horror didn't work for video games.
Can I point you to Manhunt?
But action and horror is the key to horror video games.
Can I just point you to fucking Manhunt, which is a?
I feel like they were just. They were just too soon.
Yeah, they were way ahead of their time with that game. Man, I need to get a PC emulator and play it again.
Because then they had Silent Hill, Condemned.
Yeah,
I have
there's a bunch of Silent Hills.
Yeah, they were just a little too soon.
Because it was paced faster than Resident Evil. It was much faster. It wasn't a lot of there wasn't a lot of stealthy stuff. It was a very in-your-face
RE2
game.
wasn't really stealthy either. It was just more do I run through this hall of zombies or do I shoot the hall of zombies? Well, shit, I only got 4 bullets. I guess I'm sprinting.
There was... So the Suffering...
Fucking Code Veronica was worse.
Fuck Code Veronica.
I don't know. I like Code Veronica, but...
There's something weird about you, guy.
Kyle, you are what we call special folk.
I just like the Resident Evil franchise in general, so...
I do too. I fucking play Gaiden to completion off my phone. Like,
So-
I love Resident Evil that much. I played that shitty fucking Game Boy version, and
See, I never
like I
played
said-
that one.
like I
need
said,
to download that for my
you
phone.
are what we call special folk if you like Code
So
Veronica.
my
Gaiden,
last
etc.
bit on the suffering was.
Am I
for-
sitting here meowing at you? I
Okay.
can.
You might be. Go ahead.
So,
I'll break your fucking knees. I got that bat in my
So,
trunk. Let's see how it
all
works.
I wanna-
Meow, I'm going.
all I want.
Josh,
all
I know where
bring
you
up on the
fucking live. I'll go
suffering
upstairs
is,
right now.
All I want to bring up with the suffering was, and I kind of agree with Lucas. I do feel like it was very ahead of its time. It was very much like Outlast. It was like
Outlast was fucking good though.
it was very much like
The
Outlast,
second
and
one
I
was
wish it
not.
would come back. I would play it in a heartbeat.
I agree with Kyle. Second Outlast is shit.
I would put my bank account in the negative to play a remaster of The Suffering. Like that's how bad it is. So take over, anybody. That's my remake.
Alright, I'm gonna fuck you all up. Mason Gotts this here. Warp the chicken for PS1.
The what?
What?
I told y'all you
What's-
don't fucking know it.
All I heard was the chicken from PS1.
Yeah, that's all I heard either was, what is it called?
Give me a second, I got Jameson instead of what I wanted.
You fucked yourself up.
Also, I want to say this real quick.
Ow, fuck my
Mason?
goddamn knees, son of a bitch,
More?
motherfucker! That's the one that got fucking kicked in that fucking hate breed. I hate everything on this planet.
Are you Mort the chicken?
Yes, more the chicken on PS1.
Bro, what is this
Ah,
game?
fuck! Fuck everything!
You- I'll be honest, that game sounds very familiar, but I don't think I ever played it.
It's a stupid action platformer about a chicken saving the goddamn chicks from the evil squares.
It sounds like Chicken Run.
It isn't, but it's fucking stupid fun. I'm
It is.
now.
Oh my god.
I'm in a world of pain. You guys don't understand right now.
Dude, it looks familiar. What the fuck?
What?
Mort the chicken.
Mort the chicken?
Mort the chicken. Dude, it looks so familiar. What the hell? Why-
I don't care how I see that game again. I don't care if it's reimagined. I
It
don't
was
care if
made by
remade.
Ubisoft.
I don't care if it's fucking reimagined, remade,
Well, you
rebooted.
already fucking was made
Dude,
by Ubisoft.
speaking of Ubisoft, a game I would love to see remastered
Oh,
is Rainbow Six
fuck.
Vegas 1 and 2.
Yes.
If I could get a
I have
Rainbow
a
Six
co-
Vegas 1
no,
and 2,
No, listen, I have a copy of that for PC and physical.
oh,
Bro.
Dude,
Evan and I
fucking-
used to play
Back of my
Vegas
head
2 all the
fucking hurt. My
time.
fucking knees
Dude,
shattered.
Vegas 2, I always love when you're playing terrorists on Lucas and like, that motherfucker owed me money.
But no, the best
The
part.
dumbest, like, if they
But no,
bring
here's
that
the-
back, Lucas, they need to bring it back with the shitty terrorist quote.
But here's
Hey,
the,
is he dead? He owed me money.
now here's the thing I liked about Mort the Chicken though. Like they had a lot of cutscenes in there that was like topical at the time, which is like really fucking funny. Like talking to a discount fucking Dr. Phil, it's like discount fucking Fox News. Like it was a dumb fun game. It's a really fucking baby easy fucking platformer, but though the
It looks
cutscenes with the
familiar,
adult
but
brow.
I can't say if I played it or not.
I still make sure my desk is clean enough. Yo, she looked it up.
Thermic, what do you got? What do you want to see remastered?
I
Yo.
did. Like,
Chicken.
I see that.
Honestly, I
It
don't
does look
know.
familiar.
Nothing you want to see remastered right now?
Actually, like back to my topic for a hot second. Like from what you guys are seeing, I've seen a lot of people kind of say like it's like they're Psychonauts. Oh, I seen it on the shelf. I never picked it up.
You know what I want to see remastered, Thermic? Finally, for the love of God, please give me Black Ops 2 back.
And Black.
See, no. Here's where I really want to disagree, and the only thing being
you know
is
they'll ruin
because
it.
well, I don't think Treyarch will. I think Activision will. That's the thing, because they already honestly ruined Modern Warfare 2. They really
what I
did.
would give to even be able to log on Black Ops 2 and play it without hackers even on the PC right now. Oh man. Still, I don't care what people say. Black Ops 2 was the best Call of Duty ever made. It beat Modern Warfare 1 and Modern Warfare 2. The only game I put next to it that I wish would get a true remaster, World at War.
Yeah, I will admit that. World at War is pretty fun.
Yeah.
One.
Oh man, so those are my Call of
The
Duty.
only reason I would think they're not going to remaster World at War is just because those zombies maps are literally in like every zombies game released.
So here's something I want to fucking make fun of because I kind of did some research on Reddit for this, and I kind of dug a little bit because I wanted to give Lucas a good episode. So there's a game that people want to see remastered that I think is hilarious, and there's a comment under it on Reddit that I found great. Someone's like, I would love to see Gran Turismo remastered, and the dude literally responded under it and said, buy the new fucking game. Because Gran Turismo has not changed anything.
Huh, that's like every fucking Madden, every 2K.
Yeah, it's literally the same fucking game. The newest Gran Turismo is just the newest version of the old game with a few more tracks and new cars.
That's the same thing like the fucking WWE games.
Well, here's the thing, and I will defend old Madden because they actually changed gameplay and added things to the games.
New
But,
Madden
like-
is like, how do we get money?
Yeah, like they used to have things where like for fucking throwing, like if you fucking, move forward slightly while throwing the ball, you throw longer. So you could throw like a fucking 75-yard lob pass if you fucking did it right. But like, and then they took all those features out and they're like, buy the cards, please.
I just want to say that Arya is fucking side-glaring Brianna because she cannot lay with Mason right now.
Get fucked
Why
up.
Damn.
did you use my entire name?
She's like,
Brianna.
You
Just
never
like
did.
that.
she's like, "Get the fuck out
Brianna.
of
Just
my
like
sight."
Shut
banana.
up, Mason. In
How-
the last 12 years, I have never heard you use.
Are we on a
my
podcast?
full
Or are we
name.
being professional? Your name is Brianna.
That is not my name.
Bro, you should have just called fucking
You
Josh
call me
Thurmick.
Bree
Call him his fucking name.
all the time.
Mind you, I didn't
Where
learn
the hell
Josh's
did-
name for like 3 years.
I have a friend I had to change their whole fucking name for because they came out as a different gender. You can fucking learn to do it yourself.
I do call Josh Josh. At work, I call him Josh.
I had a whole ass fucking change this motherfucker's name.
One time, I called Josh Thurmick at work, and there was a bunch of supervisors around. They're like, "Who the fuck is?" They looked at me like I was like tripped out on shrooms. They're like,
Who the
"What
fuck
the
is
fuck is he
Thurmick?
talking to?" Kyle, what do you want to see remastered?
Well, well, I'm getting tired of Capcom redoing the copyrights on it and never actually doing it. I'd like to see Dino Crisis 1 and 2 remastered.
Bro, the Dino Crisis games were
Yes.
so good.
I have both of them on my PS3 right now.
Do you know? Do you know why?
There's
they,
more than 2.
Do you know why they keep redoing the copyright? Because they don't want to lose the title.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
What the
Thing
fuck
is, if they're
fuck
if they're remaking pretty much all the Resident Evil franchise,
Because it brings money.
It brings money in the first.
it would
4
bring
games
money
were
if they
actually really good.
redid Dino Crisis. Dino Crisis was an amazing game.
You want to?
But you gotta think about this, all right? Okay? Dino Crisis is like a very niche game compared to Resident Evil. Resident Evil is very popular.
Bro, like I love Dino Crisis myself, but like I've already accepted the fate that I would never see a remake or remaster because of how niche it is. Like it is literally Resident Evil with fucking dinosaurs.
Well,
And
the
I
thing
got
is, there
you.
was
And
an indie.
no, and it just doesn't bring the fucking same crowd. Sadly, it just does not. Like I
Lucas,
personally
check
would
your
love to see
phone.
one, but it won't happen. Sadly, I accept it. Just like how I said when I was talking to fucking Dragon Corpse, I accepted the fact that I'm never going to see fucking Scythe Lord. I accept the fact that I'm never going to see a fucking Dino remake.
Yeah, it's oh man. So here's some weird news I heard, which I think is absolutely bizarre when it comes to the gaming world. That there is some rumblings of Sony trying to bring back Twisted Metal.
Oh damn!
And I'm like, no, you ruined it the last
You
time,
did.
okay?
You
You don't need to do it again.
All they have to do is fucking piss the bed. Is just literally just like alright.
Remaster the first
Yeah,
game.
just like alright, first game HD fucking 1080p
Or-
4K done.
Here's what I say, and here's one of the. I haven't played it yet, Lucas. I don't know if you had. Do what they did with the Tony Hawk Pro Skater remaster. Put the first 2 games in one remastered release.
Oh, no.
Perfect.
I haven't played it, but I've seen it and it runs beautifully.
Yeah,
that
did
would
the
be
first
nice.
2 Twisted Metals remastered, re-released, just
games,
like that.
Putting 2 games together, just revamped with like I said, a 1080p to 4K fucking
Because
resolution. You can make money. You can make money. It's Twisted Metal. There's no fucking way you won't make money off that.
Especially the first 2 games. Like, look at the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Yo, they're making a Skate 4.
Went huge.
They're making a Skate 4.
Yeah.
It's just Skate now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
It's gonna be
like,
free to play.
You know what I mean, though. Like,
Yeah.
just fucking bring the
Well,
oldies.
They're trying not to.
Think how many people have been begging, for a Skate 4 for fucking forever.
Oh, trust me, I'm also one of
But-
the fans of a certain franchise that has been begging for
And
at
here's
least a
the thing
sequel.
with that.
Or, technically a trilogy.
They thought that when they were releasing Riders Republic that they were gonna get skating, and that turned out to not be the case because Riders Republic is the same premise, and now with the Skate re-release, they're just trying not to compete with Riders Republic now because Riders Republic has become actually a fairly big deal for like extreme sports games. So it's a fun game. If you haven't played it, fucking play it. It is awesome. I have it and will boot it up in a heartbeat to play it.
Like
It is so much fun.
Like we're on the topics of like remakes and remasters and shit, not just like my random bullshit or more the chicken. A game I would love to see a sequel to, or at least just a reboot to like jumpstart the series, is the Dark Cloud series. That game is like the perfect mix of dungeon crawling, Harvest Moon fucking world building, and like resource management. It is so fucking fun. An amazing game. I recommend to like anyone and everyone.
Thermic, okay? I want to talk. You played Riders Republic, man. Like, that's a fun game, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, for the concept, we haven't had an extreme sports game in how fucking long?
Not one.
Like,
not
that
one
was
covers
that good?
everything. Yeah, that covers skating, skiing, BMX, mountain biking, snowmobiles, freestyle, cross country. Like, Lucas, it is so much fun. You like if there was
I've played it before.
If there's ever an extreme sports game that you're like, I want to kill time like I kill time in Minecraft, that's the fucking game. So much fun.
I used to do that in SSX. Oh, I would love an SSX remake. A remake of the reboot,
Oh, Nintendo,
which is a weird thing to say.
I got a Nintendo remake, the Excite Bike series.
Oh, that would be a dope fucking remake.
At least Excite Bike 64.
That's what I was talking about earlier.
Oh, dude, that'd be so cool. What makes me reminisce about Excite Bike is they have the original Excite Bike track in Mario Kart 8.
They do?
Like, yeah.
Is that like just a new map, or is it like...
No, I think it's a base map.
Oh, damn, I actually might have to get 8 then.
Mario Kart 8 is actually fun. I like it
It
a
is
lot.
fun.
Like,
I agree.
I'm this close to buying the DLC for it because it's actually fun.
Huh.
It's like $26, but it's like 48 fucking tracks.
I'll wait until I go to fucking just press play. I know they have a decent fucking Switch library there.
Mario Kart 8 is actually a lot of fun. Even Brie likes
No, like,
it.
I mean, I can pick up Mario Kart 8 and fucking Zero Blocks for like $40 there.
Hell yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, I'll wait until I go there, because I know they're fucking crazy good. Like, my copy of Jersey Devil is fucking mint, and it's still fucking plays.
Oh, Jersey Devil's such a good game.
Bro, I fucking told you! Go to Just Push Play out in Lancaster. Wait, this is like 4th time I fucking said in just this episode. They have all kinds of collectible
At
games.
this point, I'm pretty sure I'm convinced they're paying him for advertising.
Bro, fuck, they don't even need to pay me. I like them that much. Like, yeah, no, just go there. Dude, they have me fucking in still, like, the original sleeve of Blaster Master on PS1. They want, like,
Blaster.
$60.
Blaster Master was like, I had Blaster Master. That was a fun
I did
game.
too.
I had it
That
on.
game was fucking
I had it
fun.
on PS1, and I played it because Blaster Master was originally on the NES.
Yeah, it was. I fucking got halfway through it before like my brain went like full ADHD and forgot about it, and then it was like, oh shit, I don't have that memory card anymore, and I don't have a fucking PS1 anymore. I'm gonna have to do this in a full fucking sitting.
Alright, Lucas, I'm gonna hijack your episode. I'm gonna pass it back to you. Game you absolutely don't want to see remastered, re-released, or reimagined. Like a game if they did it, you would just be like, why? Why was that where you put the money?
I feel like there was one recently and then they just fucked it.
Fuck, you even think me a third loop. I'm sitting here thinking.
Oh.
Oh, when you put the host on the spot.
Actually, I just thought of another game that I would love to see remastered. It's Shrek 2 on PS2.
Is that a tough one, Lucas?
It's just all the games I've played haven't been, horrible. I mean, I've played some bad games.
Like, I played both Destroy All Humans, and I can't be fucking mad.
Yeah.
Because, like, they have their fucking 1970s charm on the PS2. And they fucking brought it, like, that whole charm to the next gen. I can't even be mad if they would try to bring that back. Shit. I hate you, Kevin. That's just a fucking thinker. This is where you get your moments of silence, because now we have to fucking sit around and ponder.
Yeah, I wanted to make this kind of hard in some way.
No, because you bitch about the silence, you fucking dickhead.
I do, because...
A remaster that I felt shouldn't have happened is Half-Life Source.
Oh, yeah.
That should not have happened.
No, I fucking agree with you there.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Half-Life 1, great. Half-Life Source, they fucked it. Holy shit, it's garbage.
And I feel like the Half-Life VR game that they brought out was like the perfect way to bring the game back.
Alex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex is actually a lot of fun.
I heard it was a lot of fun. I never got a chance to do it.
It is a lot of fun. I've
I'm
beaten
so
that game
sitting
so
here trying
many
to wrap my
times.
fucking brain around from this dickhead's question.
Of course, I always get the end of Alex, and then I kind of like nerd out because when you're at the end, you can pull these green orbs off the wall. They're like electric orbs. You can pretend you're Raiden from Mortal Kombat with them.
Alright, so I'm gonna name a game series I hope they don't ever bring back, and I hope it stays dead. The fucking Final Instinct fighting series from Xbox.
Oh, I remember fucking hearing about that.
Dude.
Yeah.
I
heard that shit was trash.
I played it with fucking Kyle. The controls.
Oh, you mean Killer Instinct?
Killer Instinct, yeah. The controls are fucking clunky. Sometimes you can hit the most glorious combo, and sometimes even with computer help, the computer couldn't even hit the combo. Even the computer was like, controls are hard.
Hey, unless you turn it on difficulty Kyle. And that's not making a joke about myself. There was actually a difficulty in that game called Kyle.
But, man, like...
refer to your previous statement called Special Folk.
Man, okay? It was just... it's just not a good fighting game.
Well, the thing of Killer Instinct that made it hard is Killer Instinct was designed to be played with a fight stick, not a controller.
And that's the problem. Why design a fucking console game for your console to specifically work on a fight stick that something like Mason isn't gonna fucking buy because he's just an average player?
Damn straight.
Because it wasn't marketed for the average player. It was marketed towards the fucking people who sat and played Killer Instinct in the arcades and wanted to fucking do that at home again.
But
like me.
Am I wrong for feeling like it should just die? And it seems like every system Microsoft's like, we're bringing it back. And I'm like, why? No one fucking cares. Like, fighting games are dying off to the point where fucking Ed Boon's like, look, I don't think I'm making another Injustice game again because the last one fucking sucked.
Well, Injustice has sucked in general, especially with its fucking premium.
Injustice 2 was fucking bad.
My buddy accidentally sunk $300 in like 2 days in that game.
The only way me and Kyle played Injustice 2, and we played it with Bree and Thermic too, was bare bones mode. No fucking gear, no nothing, just average playing. Remember the game where you could play as the DC superheroes and fight each other, where you can be like Harley Quinn?
No, we get the fucking sweats in there too.
Yeah, we would just play it. We played it with no gear mode on because there was like you can have one helmet and totally break the game.
Yeah, because I used to play Harley Quinn a good bit.
Personally, I feel like fighting game. As somebody who played fighting games competitively, I feel like this era is the end of the fighting game era.
For Honor still strong. Like Pirate might be fucking nutty because they have a gun, but there's a build up to the gun.
Yeah, but
that's the thing. The fighting community is still very strong. Like Evo still sells out like every year. I feel like fighting games just aren't innovating as much as they could, and they're getting very stagnant.
Gladiator, what?
They're focused too much on gear and putting this gear and armor in the game instead of. I'm good.
Well, I feel like because Injustice 2 came out at that loot box era, so everybody was like, "Hey, put the fucking loot box shit in it," and they were like, "No," they were like, "Yes, or it's not doing."
They did it with MK11 too, and it seems like. And honestly, this might be a good, quick off-topic. I feel like games aren't innovating past loot boxes anymore.
Yes.
You're not getting new mechanics. Like, it's pretty bad it took, as a Call of Duty player, it took 4 years of bitching about a broken mechanic for them to be like, huh.
We should fix this.
We should probably not put that in the game anymore.
Fucking Call of Duty World War II.
Well, they saw how fucking Infinite Warfare did, and they're like, holy shit, our fucking shit plummeted. And then Black Ops 4 came out with no loot boxes.
But here's the
Lucas,
thing,
you're in the
they
same
kept
boat
the
as me.
broken...
No, Lucas, you're in the same boat as me. Destiny 2. The fucking Eververse engrams.
Oh my god, the fucking Eververse engrams were awful. But that was also Activision's decision.
You know,
and they fucking like still carried it on to today. They're fucking garbage.
I feel like games...
Well, the Bright Dust engrams, and you get them for free now. You don't have to fucking buy them.
No, not even that. Like, you just like, oh, I gained a level. Let me fucking crack this open. Oh, it's another legendary fucking card.
Yeah, but it's like people don't care because you can buy it with Bright Dust whenever it gets in the shop.
Thermic, I'm going to talk to you about this one directly. This is going to be like, I'm going to spin it to Thermic, and then you guys will kind of see where I'm going with this. I feel like games aren't trying to be new or fresh to us, period. And it really shows in games like me and Thermic are heavy in Call of Duty. Rocket League has done it. There's no desire anymore.
I can't get behind Rocket League. They took my fucking Warframe flag. Fuck them.
There's no desire to innovate and make new mechanics and make the game fun for us, besides giving us these items to chase after. And I feel like, that it's just not... It's not what it used to be. Current games, I would not want to see anything from the past 5 years remastered or remade, just because I know it's gonna get the same fucking shit loot box. I am so fucking tired of having battle passes. It's ridiculous. Like,
have I introduced you to Dead Space 3?
Like, I just feel like they're not trying to... Games aren't for us anymore. They're literally for the corporation. Thermic, you're...
Well, that or... So, like, Rocket League obviously can't give us new mechanics. That's just...
I agree.
A given by the nature of the game. Now, they got terrible feedback for taking crates out of the game, but that was an epic decision, obviously. And honestly, it hasn't been that great because of it. But then, like, the games that were our generation, the Call of Duties and stuff like that, it now seems like a bail-me-out cash grab because, honestly, let's be honest, a lot of them aren't selling like they used to. Regardless of what people want to say, sales are doing good. Well, that's because they're giving you the stupid shit and they know that you'll fucking buy it because that's just how it fucking works. It really is. And then you got games that seem refreshing. So, like, honestly, Forza, love the game.
Oh, Forza Horizon, by
the
way,
they get
Lucas. I fucking love Horizon.
They get the same contracts. They've been adding more slowly. But I mean, a game like that, I feel like they could get a fuck ton in like car contracts.
So
I really do.
And I want to hear your opinion on this quick, Lucas, before we go around and see how people feel. I feel like the Forza game, like, though there's a lot to it, there's not a lot of, like, pay to do this mechanic, but I feel like every game, they make it better. Even if it's just marginally, every Horizon game feels like it's a little bit better to play than the last. Or the
Horizon Zero Dawn?
No, we're Forza Horizon.
Forza Horizon.
I just feel like this game, I feel like the mechanics are tighter. It feels smoother to play. And honestly, if there's anything I can give the Horizon series, I know people are like, well, can your PC run Crysis? Bitch, my PC struggles to run Forza Horizon on fucking medium settings with ray tracing on. It's like, you don't have enough memory. Shut down. And I'm like, bitch. Like, they have innovated graphics to the point where, like, you can see the reflection in a reflection of a car's reflection of another reflection of another car of something down the street.
Hey, when he's looking funny, I don't need that. I just need the fucking racing game.
But
That's the thing. You can turn it off.
You can turn it off. Forza is
people,
just a racing game.
But there are some people that actually want that.
Kevin, what? I'm sorry, I had a cold.
No, it's the funny part is,
Bro, I just
it's
played.
not even him.
I played
It's
to
not
play a
even
racing
him.
game.
There are people out there that live for busting their computers open and putting the newest, best parts in there.
Josh, okay.
Oh, no, Kevin, you don't
I'll tell you what. When was the last time I upgraded my computer? I'm going.
Too much OnlyFans in video games.
You're thinking about it, bitch. Why did I just sound like Sylvester? Fucking
Yeah, but you know, we're broke a little bit. Oh, they were not happy about something, boy.
Hey, look at you, Kevin. You fucking made a different voice, and now they're all hyped up.
Mavis.
You're an asshat.
But here's the thing,
I am.
Mason. Forza is just a racing game. It's just a sandbox racing game.
I'm not gonna lie. The only racing game I really have fun with is this fucking kind of. It feels like fucking Penny Racers off of the N64 on PS4. It was like free like a year ago.
You know what franchise needs to die? And I hate to say this because it breaks my fucking heart.
Wow.
Need for Speed. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh man, the last game was so bad. Like, I seen advertisements. I'm like, yeah, new Need for Speed, and I seen people playing it. And I'm like,
Yo, we're going to fucking space, bro.
I'm like, bro, what is this game?
Basically.
Like, it. If they're gonna do anything, just remaster Underground 2. Give us all the game we want, and then
They did, and it was fucking
It was
horrible.
bad. It was so bad.
Just leave the franchise where it is and just let it die.
Sleeping dog leg.
In the fucking dirt.
All right, let's talk about another game that I thought was fucking stupid that apparently is getting a re-kick into its ignition. Watch Dogs.
It is.
They're trying to get it back up on its feet again.
1 was good, 2 was meh. Legion
Let's say
was shit.
the first Watch Dogs wasn't a bad game.
I didn't think either one of them were impressive.
Like, no, I'm not gonna lie. Like, Aiden, he's just like fucking Deacon St. John, a cookie cutter, gray ass fucking story character. 2 was kind of shit because like, oh, we're part of Dead Sect now. We can do all the crazy stuff. And I was like, oh, that was still kind of just jerk offish. And then Legion is just trying to fucking become Metal Gear Solid Portal Wops.
And another thing, like, oh man, like, I don't think Watch Dogs needs to come back. What I do think, and here's so.
Actually, no.
Most of us don't.
I want to contest you on this. They don't need to just come back with a reboot. They should just remake the first game. Because the first game was obviously the hands down the best game.
Or just go back to what the first game was, and instead of trying, because they tried to like tie them together, like it's like, okay to make
Aiden
games with a
Pierce.
different
Aiden Pierce
story.
is like only shows up like fucking twice in the second one.
Treat it like Grand Theft Auto. Give it a different story every game.
Like,
add a new mechanic.
GTA Online, like, it weaves in the other character stories. Like Trevor is now weaved into GTA Online story. Michael's weaved in. Franklin's weaved in. Find a way to weave them together proper. Like, just not be like, oh yeah, Aiden Pierce, he did this and that. And you're like, okay, no, come on, don't do that. Don't fucking do that. That's trash.
Yeah, go ahead, Bree. What do you got?
relevant to what we're talking about, but it is about gaming. Do you remember when we used to get games, and if it had like an age requirement for that game, you could not get that game even if you were standing there with your parents?
Yeah, you get your parent.
I
Yeah.
want them to bring
It
that
all depends on
back.
what you were buying it at.
Hold
I
on.
was say because I got God of War at
Yeah,
when it first
I was gonna
released.
say,
No, I was gonna tell
Because
you. I was gonna tell you. I got Turok Evolutions for the N64 because my mom was standing there. That game has a fucking gun called the Devorer. It fucking hollows you inside out. Your character goes and just fucking gets like just chugged, just carved inside out.
Personally, yeah, I missed it.
Unless that's a game. Unless that's a gun that can be purchased
No.
on the black market.
No. You just run around the fucking map and you find it. Like
Personally, yeah, I feel like gaming is too slammed with like. Call of Duty is supposed to be a game for us, and I fucking run into more goddamn 6-year-olds than I do anything.
Yeah, it's. I'm sorry. If you're gonna play COD, you need to be at least.
You need to be at least old enough that Josh can fuck you or your mom.
15.
Okay.
Because they
Boy.
don't respect the game.
yeah, you hop in a match, you go to the end. No, sweetie. No, you don't understand. You hop in a match.
Let me talk.
You hop in a match.
Mason.
You hop in a match. You get to the end of the game. You could call the N-word.
Mason.
No
That's what I'm
N-words.
just saying.
No N-words here.
That's how Call of Duty goes.
I am tired of hearing, and not even from playing, just hearing these disrespectful little brats that think that they can get away with, oh, I play Call of Duty, my parents bought me Call of Duty. Your parents are dumb as fuck.
I have a fun story.
Like, put them online and let me tell them, you do not belong on this game.
I watched an old man at my local grocery store.
It doesn't matter.
No.
Like,
Listen.
The timing that we
No,
grew
I
up
have
in
a fun.
was
I have a fun
different
story.
than Now.
I have
Let
a fun.
me get this out, damn it!
I have a fun story. Some kid tried pulling that shit.
Damn it.
An old man fucking bonked him on the back of his head with his cane. Like, whole ass, like, I'm an adult. I play Call of Duty. And this old dude just went, whack! And just knocked the kid out with the back of his bike in front of the fucking Wise parking lot. He was like, dumb fucking kid. Just walked into the store like nothing happened.
I feel like gaming has got to a point now, especially with it all being digital, where as long as the kid's not bothering the parent's like, oh, you can cut someone's head off in that game, but yet they won't let them release a new Manhunt game because it's too violent.
You should continue now.
Now I can continue? Thank you, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's because I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah, because I'm trying to get to something that can involve all of us here.
Yo, if we want to talk about Manhunt, I played Manhunt, like, last year. That game,
Well,
I'm glad. I'm
here's
glad
the
to
thing.
not pick it up as a kid.
I want to know what everybody else's opinion on it is, because...
I think it's bullshit.
Oh, yeah, no.
Because
Fucking
kids
kiddos.
shouldn't be, like...
Kiddos shouldn't be fucking hot micing.
The age gap.
Nothing I hate more than when a kid comes ripping through Killing Floor 2 and is like, fucking flesh pound! Help me, medic! And you're like, I'm a fucking medic, kid. Shut the fuck up.
But, like,
Kill him
the other
yourself, you fucking support.
Why did you just
But
turn
the
into
other thing
Pip?
is you have kids doing that in freaking...
Fuck you.
You have kids doing that in freaking Among Us.
Oh
We
yeah,
played
Among Us
Among Us
VR
in
is
VR.
fucking plagued with 6-year-olds coming in and be like,
Because that's a rated E game,
Yo,
dog.
no, but-
That is meant
But
for
here's-
children.
no, no.
yeah, but here's the problem when fucking when little
6-year-olds
Stevie
are
comes
coming
in and he's like, my penis is 9 inches and I'm gonna fucking kill your mom, and you're like,
The
what
fuck?
the fuck?
Little Timmy coming in with
And then-
actual death
No,
threats.
that is something. Me and Bree were playing it for the first
Yeah.
time together, and a kid came in, and he joined the lobby, and those were the first words out of his mouth.
Fucking really.
And then he went and tried to hit the button, the sus button, for every time that you could actually freaking hit the button. He sat there
Yeah, after he
in
spent
the
his
freaking
button.
cafeteria and was like, bonk. And you just hear us all, what the fuck? Because we're all trying to do our shit. And he's just in there doing nothing.
Beating his
like,
dick probably because he's a fucking kid.
This person
Like,
is
you
sus,
know
and
he
I'm
learned
like,
that language from fucking Thermic on Call of Duty.
Yeah, thanks,
Whoa,
Josh.
whoa, whoa,
You fucking
whoa, whoa,
prick.
whoa,
You
whoa,
actual
whoa.
No,
dickhead.
what do you got
You
to say,
asshole.
okay? What do you got to say?
Okay.
Look here, boy.
I'm pretty sure.
It's not
I'm
my
pretty sure
kid,
I'm
boy.
not even here, and I'm pretty sure you say words that rhyme with maggot.
All right, I'm gonna.
Yeah. Yeah.
You shut up, boy. I know you're worse than me, boy.
I know I'm worse. I know I'm fucking worse.
That's why you can't be on them games, boy.
That's why I don't
Hey,
play
what-
fucking online games like that.
Little Mason can't get those games, boy. Dad says you're grounded, boy.
But I feel like if
I
kids
My
are
dad's
gonna play
6
these
feet,
games,
not
they
Latch
need to
agrees with you
understand
that
a
there's
certain
a big
respect.
issue in gaming right now with kids being not the right age to play games.
They're disrespectful for no reason.
Because their fucking parents don't.
Yeah,
raise
because
them.
they didn't get their ass beat or sent to concentration camp like Lucas.
Dog, I was playing fucking COD 1 at War. Like, I was playing these games that you guys are, like, saying that's the problems. Like, I was playing with kids my own age. I was playing with adults. You have fucking adults calling fucking kids slurs. You think kids are the problem? Who are they learning it from?
Josh.
The fucking people setting the
yeah,
example for them
whoa,
aren't the
whoa.
fucking greatest people ever.
You and Josh and get heated.
Oh, no, no, no,
and
no, no,
then
no.
y'all start freaking going off, and yeah, all right.
I'm
Okay.
well behaved, okay?
1 or 2.
7.
No, the munchies has kicked in. 1 or 2.
2. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I do.
We're getting Taco Bell.
So, here's something I wanted to bring up that I thought was cool, and I believe Ubisoft was behind it. And I want to hear your guys' opinions on it, like, in general. And it kind of based off, like, not really re-release or remastered. How do you guys feel about games that launch with a second copy you can gift to a friend to play with you without them needing to buy it?
Oh, Monhun did that.
I think that's fucking very fucking smart idea, because
Yeah.
I love it.
people hate when they have to fucking buy co-op games,
Monster Hunter
and
1
then
did that,
both
and it
people have to
was
buy
like-
the fucking copy.
It was
I
fucking
think
nice.
it's cool as shit, and there's a lot of games. The reason why I brought it up, and if you think about it, there's a lot of games that were like co-op games that could be remastered and launch with that, with like It Takes Two, and was it Prison Break, where you get
Yeah.
to be like two inmates.
Hey,
That could launch with those two games.
let me tell you about a fun game that just got remade for other consoles. It's called Portal 2.
Yeah, but that you can play Portal 2 LAN. Like so the two game so It Takes Two you can play LAN, and so you can do it with Prison Break. But these games
You can do it on Portal 2.
Can you?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Steam has a pass the fucking controller function. That's what it's called, or some shit like that.
Oh, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
That's
Yeah.
what I mean. Portal 2. It's just one of those old style games.
Do you remember?
You could do it with Portal. You could do it with a lot of games. You could do it with Lego Star Wars too.
Do you guys remember when there was this thing? I think Sony tried to launch it in the PS5. That if you can't get past this part, you can call on a friend for help. Shit, and the friend would be able to like log.
Yeah, it was like a PlayStation pass through.
Yeah,
it was a
that you can
some
pass
PlayStation
through, and your
bullshit.
friend can do the level for you.
Yeah, it was some fucking PS bullshit. I'm not gonna lie, that was a dumb fucking decision from fucking Sony.
And then it never there was only one game that fucking supported it.
Yeah, fucking Little Big Planet.
Literally Little Big Planet.
Hmm.
So, I'm gonna fucking. This is a big one, and I think Lucas was hesitating to bring this up. Maybe. WoW Classic didn't need to be a thing.
Agreed.
It really didn't. Like, they could have just left WoW as is and did their expansions, and you could not update and stay where it is. And leave it unmolested like RuneScape, which is literally the fucking same game it was fucking 10 years ago.
Available on
Well,
all
here's the thing.
platforms.
OSRS was left alone and unsupported, and then they made the new RuneScape, and the new RuneScape was completely different than it is now. It was a completely different game, and people were like, "Hey, this is dog shit. We're not gonna go play it. We're gonna go play old school RuneScape. Goodbye." And like people were starting to make their own old school RuneScape servers, and then Jagak was like, "Wait a minute, let's remake old school RuneScape in this new engine we have." So they fucking have two versions of RuneScape essentially, which is the same game. They have basically the new engine and the old engine.
All right, Thermic, you played WoW, right? How do you feel about the WoW Classic thing?
I played Classic a little bit, and I played Retail for the most part.
Why don't ask the
And
WoW man himself?
I guess fucking what it comes down to is the nostalgia for Classic. So I understand Kyle's point of view for it. The Retail update to make things look nicer. I get that you're trying to get things back on track with engines and shit like that. It's like I understand that part of it, but like some things, yeah, it definitely didn't need to be. They really just didn't need to be touched like that, I guess.
Okay, Kyle.
I mean, WoW Classic really isn't even WoW Classic anymore because though there is a nostalgia to it, but they've changed so much stuff in it that wasn't in the original WoW.
So
'cause
would that
basically
be a
the guy-
reimagine then?
Well, basically, what's happening with WoW Classic is the
Okay.
new director of it is basically taking all types of concept ideas they had from back when those expansions came out that they didn't have either the funds to put into the game at the time or the time to put into the game. So now they're taking all that stuff and putting it in now. Like something they just did with WoW Classic for the Wrath of the Lich King expansion is they put Alpha Protocol dungeons in. So you have normal, you have heroic, and then you have Alpha Protocol, which makes things so much harder, but gives you better loot. And they did certain things with that stuff too that also expands on other parts of stories that weren't really ironed out the best in the original. So, but the team that works on WoW Classic and the team that works on Retail are two completely different teams, and that's why Retail sucks anymore. Because all they do is copy and paste everything in Retail, and Classic is kind of
Well,
evolving.
and I guess you gotta see because Retail is the newer things. It's same thing happens with any game that gets something like that. Is it becomes the favorite? It's going to be no matter what.
Okay.
I feel like if WoW Classic came like with an optional like graphics overhaul, people would go back and play WoW Classic.
Well, the thing is,
Yeah.
what that is, and then they did though, Lucas. When they came out with WoW Classic, they updated all the graphics to Retail graphics. It's not the graphics from back in 2004.
So I would say then WoW Classic is really WoW reimagined at that point.
At that point, yeah, that makes the most sense.
Alright guys, we are creeping up to the end of this episode. Let's hit some random topics. What do we want to talk about randomly? I mean, I'll bring something up first. Critics going around saying who have heard Metallica's 72 seasons saying it's going to be it's Metallica's heaviest album.
Oh shit! Is that? Did you drive back in time? Is this Beth Magnetic again?
I feel like that's not true. I feel like I'm being lied to.
That's the point of the comment.
Yeah, I feel like I'm being lied to. Like, heaviest Metallica album of all time for me is Injustice for All, and then number 2 comes in the Black Album. I don't know how many songs are on this album, but 5 of them or 4 of them were released as singles. So
Yeah, 4. So
and out of those 4, the best song is Lux Eterna.
It's probably gonna be like 9 to 10 songs, probably.
So I think it's a load of bullshit. Like, I feel like critics shouldn't be allowed to say anything about an album coming out until after it comes out, and then they can air what they feel it is. Because I feel like that influence affects some of the people who are essentially like, especially even in the video game world, the hype train followers are like, but the developer said it's going to be the best of all the game. But is it really? Probably fucking not.
No, probably not.
So I think it's a load of bullshit. What about you guys? Do you think the critics are true? Do you think 72 Seasons is going to be Metallica's heaviest album of all time?
No.
They said that
Nah.
Slipknot's newest fucking album was going to be the heaviest album of all time. No, I do not hold fucking faith in those words.
No.
Fucking
I'm a-
Lars can't even play Lux Eterna. What the fuck is he gonna play?
Yeah. Dude, every song you listen to after Lux Eterna has no double bass in it, so take that for what it is. Like, Screaming Suicide was a fucking letdown.
Yeah.
And then the next song they released, it's not 72 Seasons, it's
If Darkness Has Sun.
If Darkness Had a Sun. That literally sounded like it was a leftover song from, like, Reload.
Yeah, it did.
And then 72 Seasons sounded like it was a scrap leftover from some kind of monster. I was like,
Well, I mean, some type of monster wasn't really it was more like, that was more like a compilation album, really.
yeah, and it was essentially Saint Anger with a snare drum.
Yo, Saint Anger was already a shit snare. You don't need to make it worse.
Yeah, but they actually use snare drum on the rest of the song.
Oh, damn.
I'm not a huge fan of it. It's not something I desire. I'm gonna listen to it because I'm a metalhead, and it's like a metalhead's obligation. I'm sure we'll all listen to it because regardless of what you listen to, Metallica's a name across all genres. You're like, oh yeah, Metallica, I know who they are. It's hard to believe someone wouldn't know who Metallica is in this day and age. So I'm gonna listen to it, but I don't think it's gonna be Metallica's heaviest album of all time. I think that's a load of bullshit. I feel like there's a bunch of paid critics fucking hyping it up.
Yeah, then
I got one question for you, boy. Who's Metallica?
Fuck you, okay?
That's the Stranger Things band.
Yeah, they're
I love that band, boy. Thank you.
Yeah, they just started for, like, their first song release with Stranger Things was, like, Ride the Lightning or something like that.
No, it was Master Puppets.
Oh, it was Master
I
Puppets,
hate all of you. I hate fucking...
I don't like puppets, boy.
It's older than half the people that said
It's older than me, and like I'm listening to here actually spill fucking blasphemy over a good album.
Exactly. Well, it was an okay album. I wouldn't say good. I was not a big fan of that album.
I hate all of you.
You can
Name 3 songs off of Master of Puppets that isn't Master of Puppets.
Name 3.
I'm fucked
Yes!
right now.
Yes! Do it, you fucking bitch!
I am cooked. What do
Like,
you expect?
You can name
I
one.
Wait, is that for everybody to
I have
answer or
ordered
just
us
Mason?
munchy food.
Just
Kyle.
Mason.
Just me.
Kyle, you have their fucking catalog memorized back to forth.
Fucking Kyle, you have literally every 80s metal band.
You have
fucking catalog.
goddamn James
Tattooed
Hetfield pickups in your guitar.
on your brain.
That's not even fucking fair. Mind you, my fucking dream guitar sitting in the coffin in the corner, the big black box that you guys see, was based off of one of James Hetfield's guitars. He's the reason I love Explorer guitars, but I wouldn't say, I'm definitely not a Metallica super fan. Babe?
Oh no, I wouldn't say I'm a
Would
super
you say
fan
I'm
either.
just kind of like a Metallica fan?
I think that no, you're not a Metallica super fan.
Like, I listen to Metallica.
Is Metallica respectable? Yes. But it's not overly respected. Like, it's
Yeah, I
not,
don't treat
it's
them-
not, it's at a...
I don't treat Metallica like they're the god's gift of metal.
No.
That belongs to, like, Ozzy and Motorhead, like...
Yeah, that.
And
yeah,
I'm on Mars.
actually.
And like...
Nah, like Ozzy was the man who brought it. Motorhead,
Ozzy,
fucking.
yes.
Lemmy
Motorhead,
died. Lemmy
yes.
died playing his fucking art. So.
Personally, and I think really for the metal world, without Black Sabbath, without Ozzy Osbourne, without that tone that happened, metal would not be what it is today.
Talking about like just the dark,
Just
fucking
Black Sabbath
melodic.
itself, the grungy, nasty tone.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I found out that the only reason, so I was watching, it was like a guitar tech interview, and I told Kyle about this, and maybe you guys will think it's cool. So, it was basically an interview on metal music, but not from the standpoint of, like, the bands and the evolution. It was an interview to guitar techs who teched these musicians. So, the only reason, so, for those of you who don't know, I know Kyle knows, Tony Iommi, before he went on tour for Black Sabbath, chopped, like, half his fingers off.
I remember watching that.
Yeah, he crushed bits of his fingers.
So, the only reason Black Sabbath got his tone is because the only way he could play, because at that time, standard tuning was still the only way.
Yeah.
And standard tuning, like, guitar setups aren't like they are now, so, like, standard tuning was hard to push down. So that's why, if you look at Black Sabbath, it's like, what, 405? Or it's a weird tuning that only they ever used, and it was so that way when Tony Iommi tuned his guitar, it would be lighter for him to actually be able to play it. And that was one of the key things to Sabbath's signature tone, was super thin strings and down tuning to the tuning they were using.
It played in basically dime bag tuning, 434 tuning, but they did a half step down.
So, I just thought that was a neat tidbit to think that the only reason Sabbath got their tone was because of him fucking his fingers up. And then all of a sudden, Sabbath gets this grungy, dark, heavy tone because he has to down tune to continue playing guitar.
Because his fingers are
It's
fucked.
super fucking cool. So, random, super cool fact. Any other random topics? Anything you guys want to bring up, like, maybe what you're looking forward to out of the Black Dahlia murder show?
I'm expecting
There's a lot of
fun.
bands. I expect it to be fun, but I feel like there's gonna be a moment of.
I know you're gonna have a moment of break.
There's going to be an out of respect.
There might be a moment I actually cry at this show, like Trevor. So
I'm here. I'm gonna support Animal.
The Black Dahlia means a lot.
Well, you're an animal.
The Black Dahlia means a lot.
We can't be animals in the fucking venue because it's overpriced fucking alcohol. So we're like pre-party in the parking lot.
Okay, so if I don't hug you and I just randomly just start grabbing your milkers.
I feel slightly offended because since I personally know you, I know how this is gonna go.
Dude,
your titties are half the size of mine.
So
Bitch, I'm probably fucking bees, alright?
I'm expecting the show to be awesome and fun, but like, so for like you, Mason, you're gonna see it for what it is. Lucas,
I'm here to have a great time.
For me,
I know you're gonna cry like a bitch.
I don't know. I'm not.
I'm expecting
passing
to
of
be
the
sitting
torch.
behind you. Next thing I know, you're on your knees like it's a fucking gospel service, bawling your eyes out because Jesus Christ Himself is coming to you in your own deluded imagination. Like I got it.
But Trevor and Black Dahlia Murder are something that are a band that some of us grew up with. And that's what
me and Kyle listened to Black Dahlia a shit ton. Black Dahlia, Suicide Silence, like.
That's what I'm saying.
I have memories of driving back roads and Trevor's voice about fucking sacrificing goblins to a witch whore because that's the shit they sing about. Like, there's memories that go along with his voice and like just the goofiness of his songs that. I'm not quite sure I'm ready to face
as
the reality.
As you pointed towards me, I'll point you back to look at Necrogoblicon.
I'm not quite ready. I don't know if I'm ready to face this reality. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to stand there for a whole set. This is going to be a hard one for me. This is going to be, like, first off, there's a bunch of legendary bands. So
Alright, I'll get you a child leash. So if you want to fall on your fucking knees, you can at least grab onto that and find where I am in the
for me,
crowd.
No, he'll be fine because I'll be standing in front of him.
So for me, so just to start off, there was like 5 legendary death metal bands opening up before them that aren't local, that have been around, that are from Europe, that are fucking bucket lists for me. And then you're gonna put the Black Dahlia in front of me and not have Trevor there. It's gonna be a weird experience. Thermic, how about you?
It's gonna be fucking tough.
Kyle, how do you feel about it? I get, they're doing this with the utmost respect for Trevor. That's the first thing you guys need to understand. This was decided as a band together and with their families. This wasn't okay, Trevor's dead, we move on. Yeah. This is all in honor of Trevor. But do you feel as though something like this, Kyle, would be hard to watch from a perspective of having so much respect for that person and that being their spot?
Well, that's a yes and no question for me. Because I feel, unless you can find a vocalist that sounds almost identical, if not identical to the original vocalist, once your vocalist leaves, or dies or whatever, the band shouldn't really continue, in my opinion.
And that's how a lot of people feel about Suicide Silence, and I beg you to listen to Suicide Silence's new stuff, because the new singer is fantastic. He's really good.
Yeah.
He has a good range like Mitch does, but almost better. But not to be better to Mitch, but to make Suicide Silence his own thing. And, seriously, Kyle, and Thermic will tell you this, the new Suicide Silence songs that they've released since 2022, Suicide Silence is better than ever. But I do agree with your, point of view. And here's the thing, I haven't listened to any clips. Hey!
Mavis.
I haven't listened to any clips. I haven't looked in anything. I haven't listened to any new recordings of Black Dahlia. And I think that's what really weighing with me is I'm if I go there and it doesn't sound even close to Trevor, I'm going to be yeah, no, we're not doing this. So, Lucas, how do you feel about the situation? How do you think the show's going to go for you? This is, first off, this is your first true death metal show. This is true death. This isn't hardcore, grindcore like August Burns Red. You're talking true-ass death metal. You've got legends in the death metal world. So that's at least got to be a little exciting.
Yeah, I think I'm excited to finally experience that side of metal.
It's been super interesting introducing you to metal. I've kind of enjoyed it. Take you to Christian metal show, take you to a slam metal show. Now we're taking you to a death metal show. So
I can't wait.
It's been super cool. I cannot wait to take you to a thrash metal show. It's gonna be my first. So when we all go see Creator and Sepultura, this is my first true thrash show for me. So this is a big fucking deal.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
I feel like we're about to do a lot of moshing.
Oh yeah, you guys gotta meet them because you bought the VIP package.
Yeah, I feel like the Black Dahlia show is gonna be a lot of moshing. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of throwing down. When it comes to Creator and Sepultura, I feel like I'm gonna be so lightheaded from headbanging and all the Jameson and Cokes that I'm probably gonna pass out.
Yeah, it is Age Max. They're cheap.
I don't know. With everything coming up, I'm super excited to be able to do it with everybody because this is the type of shit yeah, you can go by yourself and Mason's gone to shows by himself, but it's not the same as when we all pile in a car and drive somewhere to go see a show. It's so much fun.
I don't know if I told you guys, but I did actually meet 3 other people.
You did? Yeah.
I have one guy's phone number. He's just saved as some drunk juggalo on my phone because, I know he was not going to remember me.
And I know this is, our journey is only really starting, but we're literally getting tickets once I tell them who's all going. So that's 5 of us. We got 5 of us. 5 of us going to see Humanity Decay with Ingested and Organoscopy, which are 2 fucking legendary death metal bands. But even for the show, like, getting a little sentimental here, we've come a long way, and I feel like this is only the start of where we're heading. I'm super happy that we get to support local bands, and I think it's cool. And I will never, even if we blew up, I would never change the fact that I would rather have Holdfast on than sit down and talk with Metallica. Because I know this Holdfast episode coming up is going to be wholesome and fun. I don't have to button anything up. We get to just have, to be who we are.
Assholes.
Yeah.
Assholes on the mic.
But,
yeah.
I mean...
But it's also like, we've all heard Metallica's story 8 trillion times. There's documentaries and fucking whatever.
Yeah.
Like...
I feel like the people we've talked to, Blind Accuracy, even Dragon Corpse, and Corey has joined us as a guest host and has his own mini episode that he joined us for. I feel, to us, we relate so well with them that we, as much as they probably don't think of it, we wear it as a badge of honor to be like, hey, we got to hang out and talk with those guys. They were super cool. Where most people are like, well, that's just some local band. No, to us, they're, at this point, friends, they're family. Like, I consider Corey family. If
like, I walk into a bar and I see Corey. I'm sitting next to him, buying him a drink, along with my drink, because we're going to chill.
So, we've done a decent bit so far. We have a lot coming up for those who are watching us. We have, we have the Holdfast Spectacular that's coming up in literally 2 weeks. We have, next week's episode is going to be a hangout episode, and it's going to be the aftermath of the Black Dahlia show, so we'll sit down and talk about that. We're going to have fun. Lucas, this week's episode, I mean, it seems like you're on a streak of having episodes where people get in arguments. So,
yeah,
keep up that trend, because I think it makes episodes interesting, and I like it. I feel like the podcast is heading in a direction, a good direction. We've definitely cleaned up a lot since our first couple episodes.
Oh.
So, I mean, yeah, I'm excited for shows, guys. I hope you guys are all excited to go for shows. I'm excited for all of our guests coming up. I mean, just a quick run through. Holdfast is a guarantee. Humanity Decay is a guarantee. We're still working on Studio 327 in Dallas, which I understand it's work. He works in a warehouse. There's certain things you just don't have control over. I am working on Nordic Winter, and it's looking like October-ish. Nordic Winter is going to be joining us. So I'm working on that. I'm trying my ass off to get people in all spectrums. And really, as much as we're a random bullshit podcast, I do feel like we're also a music podcast. But I'm trying to get other guests on. I'm trying to get the guys from the Camp Nightmare podcast to join us, because I think they would be super fun to talk to, JB and Jordan.
Bro, you fucking jizzed yourself seeing them like 2 years ago at Gettysburg.
They were fucking, they're cool as hell. They're super nice dudes. And they'd be fun to talk to. We can talk movies, horror movies, stuff like that. They're super nerdy. They're also big stoners. So, I don't know. I'm trying really hard to get things farther than where we are. It takes a lot, especially since sometimes I only have 5 seconds to send a message off and be like, hey, can we do this? So a lot of it has been fuck around and find out. But I can tell you guys now from a conversation that I've had with Corey, just between him and I, that we're making an impact on certain people that has people looking forward to what we do. So
damn, those people are just as insane and unhinged as the special vote comment.
But it's not necessarily for our own episodes. It seems to be people like Corey, like when we just sit down and talk to people who don't got much going or don't have much going on or stuff like that. So, I mean, I love doing our own episodes because I think they're fun and we get some wacky ass shit going on and arguments, which makes things exciting. So, I'm trying to find a balance between when we can have guests and when we don't. So, I mean, some months we might host a guest every Saturday. If that's what it's going to be, it's what it's going to be. So, Into the Crypt podcast is, though we haven't grown in fan base, is growing in momentum with what we have coming on. So, we're going to keep trucking forward. We're going to keep having a blast because we all enjoy doing shows. Lucas, thanks for the awesome topic this week. I think we really kind of summed up how we all feel about it. We're all okay with it to a sense, but we're all also not okay with it.
I need my the Chicken remake now.
But it was a good episode, and we'll talk about it on air. It was a good episode because we got to talk about it. We got some heated discussions, which were great, okay? And then we got to just kind of be ourselves and talk about games and why we did want to see them remastered. And really, I think it's awesome we all kind of agreed that we're like, yeah, Final Fantasy will be the game that gets reimagined. Which I think is super cool. So, no, I mean, it was a good episode, Lucas, and though it took you 3 days to fucking come up with it, it was definitely worth talking about. So, in the next couple weeks, you guys are going to have to hear us talk about music for sure. The minigame episode, so here's what I have planned. You guys want to know what I have planned? Let's get it out of the way now. We're going to do Lyrics Pulled at Random again. We are going to do Real or Fake, which is going to be, I'm going to give you two names. One is real and one is fake. Could be a metal or a punk band. You got to tell me which one is the real one. So, we're going to play that game. And then we're going to kick around some random bullshit discussion on basically what we think we should talk about with Hold Fast. And what we really desire to get out of that episode, because that's going to be a huge episode for us. Like, we really got to clean up and be well behaved. And
they're showing up here, bro. Like, holy shit.
You
have trash bags upon trash bags upon trash bags.
I think I agree with what Latch says. We get to be us in this podcast, and that's the way we're going to keep it. We're not here to put on suits and ties and do straightforward interviews. We're here to talk to people, get the short version of who they are and where they're from out of the way, and essentially have fun, dig deep, and Hold Fast is really looking forward to us digging deep, so it's going to be goddamn awesome. Anybody have anything else before we close this episode out and we carry on into the next week where we bring our first episode of Random Chaos for the next 2 weeks?
I think I'll set up.
Nope.
Nothing. So the next time you see all of us, we're going to be chilling here in the living room playing minigames. We're going to be talking about the Black Dahlia murder show. And then the next week, we welcome Captain Cole and Drunk Dave of Hold Fast to come join us. It's going to be our first at the compound interview. So you guys won't get to see
Sup, old man? Have a fun time.
We won't, the drum kit and everything will be gone. There's going to be a lot more space. Lucas, thanks for an awesome episode. Everybody, thanks for making this an awesome episode. Bree, I'm glad to know that you're awestruck that Crash Bandicoot is a thing and you can buy it on Nintendo Switch.
You were so excited. You
Look,
were like,
you leave
genuinely
my
happy.
old ass alone, okay?
Yeah, she's like 50.
That's all we got for this episode.
Hey,
We are
at
the
least
Into
I
the
don't-
Crypt podcast. Join us next week for a layer of chaos while we play some mini games and have some fun. And also, please make sure to follow us on the socials, on Facebook at Into the Crypt Podcast, on YouTube and Twitch at Into the Crypt Podcast. And please, be here. If you're not here for next week's episode, be here for the week after. Hold Fast is going
Follow
to
our
be
bullshit.
amazing.
Have a great time following our bullshit. Subscribe to all of our bullshit.
Yes, do all of our bullshit. Deuces, everybody. Have a wonderful night.